Welcome back, everyone. Let's see how it looks now.
I don't know. Somewhere. Good catch.
Got an ad, so you can't see.
I've just had trouble the past 2 days with the stream, Jesse. I don't know why.
Ow.
Like,
Right.
it's worked just fine forever and ever.
Oh, no, right.
But now all of a sudden it seems to have
Skill!
problems
Alright.
the past 2 days. But
Alright, that
how does
seems
this
not
look now
laggy.
for everybody?
Oh my god.
I put it down at 30 FPS
Ugh.
and
Start it off
changed
like
the
that,
bit
and
rate
then
to
start off
6,000
right.
since it
You
said it was
really
going to be at
want- okay,
6,000
yeah.
anyway. So I think we should be good.
Like, let me get the game out
Let's
the
do a
way.
final
Just
sound check
end it.
here.
Just end it early.
Test, test.
Alright, hang
Do
on,
I sound
hang on.
at a
I gotta
reasonable
send,
volume? L sound a reasonable volume?
No shank. The
Snow and his stream sound a
Dragon
reasonable volume?
stream.
Everything sound good?
Copy the link.
Jesse says good volume.
Alright, alright. So it looks like we're taking off here. We've got Nathan and Pippo is the first pairing versus
Hi,
TOAF
chat.
and Ryze.
Toodles.
Let's do bets
You are
on
no longer
each
gonna be
pairing.
seen
So let's do a
by
poll.
the
First
stream
poll.
or me.
Bring it out.
Have fun
Sindark
streaming the
Fates. Who takes the first series? Nathan and Pippo or
Oh,
TOAF
also,
and Ryze?
Chat, what do you mean? I'm streaming.
Oh, you're streaming.
Honestly,
And,
Pippo was kind of strong in the lag test, but I know they were
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
fun stuff.
While we're
But
getting them
Music
set up,
too. Gotta focus
I
up
know this
here.
is such a hard one to call, but I want you to tell me right now who you think takes the group.
Nobody's
I think I'm gonna go safe.
Discord,
I
one
do
Discord.
think that Nathan
One
is still probably the
distraction.
most consistent player here, but that is not a
Alright,
strong, confident. Yes, I think Nathan will win. I think anyone could take
Voice chat's off.
this
What's up,
group.
Toph?
And we're gonna see if we have Snow Goat here. If he's going to come through with his. He had a
No,
little
I'd rather
training
eat it.
arc
It's
before
a crime.
the tourney started. This is like his grudge match, his
What's the
rival
plan?
that
Or what's
he's
your
trying to take down and get revenge on. So
Like,
I kind of want to see SnowRyze
Optical.
complete his character arc and
Optical.
finally
School.
beat Nathan
Thank God.
and strike down the
I was
evil
gonna
villain
smack the
in
shit
The
out of
Phantom
question
him.
Mist.
is
That's fine.
Ryze the protagonist or is he a side character doing the
You know, we're gonna find out, aren't we, Franken?
Yeah, I can vibe with that. You know what?
Wow.
I'll play.
Oh,
Ha,
man.
I get it. Yeah, I'll play.
I think
Shadow.
no matter
That's
what,
fine.
the
I'm
audience
trusting
is
you to
going to
have
be
the
the real
armors.
winner of this one.
Yeah, I have 2 armors.
Is he Naruto or is he Rock Lee?
Assume that I have 2 armors and nothing more.
You
What's
know,
your
I
background?
would have something more insightful to say
Which
here if
one?
I knew more about
What
those
is it?
characters.
I've only seen like the
I'm
first
adaptive,
arc of that show, so
depends. What do you want to
Sure.
play?
Whatever.
all I know is that Rock Lee
I think we-
looks
I mean, we're
super
gonna get
cool
Rico's
and
fans
has
from
this
Chief
crazy
Pano.
fantastic duel, and then he just
I have
loses
Rico already.
anyway
Or
because
anti-Rico
plot
if you
reasons.
really want to play.
Well,
Uh,
so we have to figure out who has the plot armor, if it's
Probably
Nathan or
getting laser
Ryze
spammed
in this
on,
situation.
Wayne.
I feel like Ryze has
On Wayne,
reverse
or
plot
Howard, obviously,
armor.
but on Wayne,
It's
I'd
like
say.
Yeah,
no
I mean,
matter what,
I don't even
he's
know
like
if you call
the
Nathan his rival. I would
Honestly,
say his
probably more
rival
laser
is like
spam,
the
but
salt.
we might be able to
Yeah.
learn something.
That's
Look at
true.
your DMs. Look at your DMs real quick.
Poll
Gotcha.
closes
If you wanna play
soon.
Pano, I got
Get
that.
your votes in. Poll closes soon.
Or you could just bring Rico and just fight fire. with
Wow,
fire. I mean,
SnowRyze
either
and
way,
TOAF
I'm
are.
probably gonna either.
Oh wait, am I misunderstanding the poll? Is the more points mean
standard,
that there's more votes
Korean
for that
shit
one?
or sword
No,
shit. We'll
so
figure
when you
something out, but
vote,
for now,
you
let's
can
just
bet
run,
a certain number
your
of
armoros
points. So it
vibe
could
and
be
I'll
only
run
one
my
person voting for them, but they bet
jalapeno.
3,000 points and like 5 people have
Send me a pic.
voted for the other.
I have that.
But
I
we'll
see,
see
I
here
see.
in a second.
I have that in my archives.
Where's
goddamn.
the details of the
It's
poll
just-
now?
What is it? A bunch of vibe
send
moves.
me a
Why
Oh my
can't I see the
God,
poll
it
now?
takes so long. It takes so long.
Where'd it
to
go?
I think it finished.
This, and then I gotta hit this button. I gotta
It's like
find it.
4 buttons.
It's
How do
like,
I see that still?
most.
It's like 5. Also, it captures both screens.
Come on,
'cause it's
poll.
weird.
I'm gonna
I
put
don't
2K
know.
on Ryze. Let's go.
Oh, you're able to see it now?
So weird.
It's stupid.
I'm just reading the
Normally,
chat.
I usually like edit my
Okay, they said it.
pictures
Oh,
before
yeah, I
send
see that now.
Because otherwise it shows my second screen, which right now is just Discord. But
1K on TOAF. He is my favorite child. Honestly, I do think TOAF is really
right?
been cleaning up his stuff. He is like he is a player now. He is legit.
Whatever.
I don't know how well he'll hold up in tournament. I still don't think he has the consistency down quite yet. But like, I would not be surprised if TOAF got some like really good like
It's
really good
aggressive.
performance, and even over a player like
I
Nathan.
wanna see if we can
Like
run
I think
the-
Nathan's
Okay.
more likely to take it. But
You're
I
gonna have to cover
don't
my
think
ass.
that
Yeah, we
means
can do
that
it. You're just
he is
cover
for
my ass.
sure going to win here, or
It's
that
such
none of the others could
That's fine.
challenge him.
I'm not.
It's
I'm
just
not
such
gonna
an
mix
even
DP
and
plays,
mixed
so don't worry
room,
about it.
but I
Like, just
feel
'cause it's a
I
bigger
said
size,
this in
yeah.
the chat earlier
I know.
today that
Tournament Rise is different.
Pippo
I'm gonna
has
treat you
the
like my
least
child.
variance of these players here.
I would agree with that.
You
Yeah.
are
Whereas
child.
TOAF
This is
has
Daddy
his
Rise
ups and
now.
downs, same with Ryze, Nathan as well, for very
Mhm.
different reasons though. But
Yeah.
Pippo, I feel like, is the
Oh,
most
we just
consistent, and I
started.
feel like that's going to
it's
pay off
happening.
here.
Alright,
And so
pretty
we're
good
going to be
start. Got a
watching
boost line
here
for
from
you.
Ryze's
And
perspective
you're right there.
throughout,
Fucking perfect.
unless somebody else pops up another stream.
And I
Maybe
have
we'll
my
switch
2 of
later.
3 shields in my
Early
hand.
boost might
Ooh,
start,
nice
double
double
boost
boost
might
mine.
start, and they have the up
We
high
got both?
spawns.
Yeah, we did. Oh, I should have
This
waited.
is a
I
really
would
good start for
reckon
them.
that
I have
Nathan is
more,
likely playing
so
Nature
if
Optic as
Nathan
well.
gets-
Without the
now do it.
environmental
Now do
hang
it.
stuff that he often does, I would really expect him to go
And
for
you purify? One,
a lot of
two,
vibration.
No, he did not.
That-
nothing.
Probably a turb.
Wow.
Interesting
This is a-
Armoros there. Was that TOAF that
I don't
Armoros?
think you need to
I
boost
would
that bad.
reckon it
No,
was
I'm fine.
Toph.
Take it yourself.
Maybe it was Pippo popping it accidentally.
I don't know why
I'm
you
more or
would do
less
it
set up. I
to
could
negative
use
to
a
your
stat
partner,
fix
but
and or, like,
Yeah,
I can find
maybe
something to
he
stat
didn't
fix.
notice that Nathan was at plus
this is an
2.
interesting stat
just that wall of
allocation.
fire.
Did
Yeah.
anybody
you
in the
can't-
chat see who popped that? I didn't see who popped the Armoros.
Yeah, I'm still digging. Nathan's looking curious over there.
He got a dark.
Either way, they're playing
Nathan
it what
does
they
it.
are. Nathan's pushing in with negative 2
Watch out for
damage.
Nation. Coming to
And
he
no
hits a
partner.
2 damage blaster for first blood.
Yep.
He's
I'm moving in.
fearless. Fearless and grouchy, but he's in there.
Good cartwheels on Toph there, dodging those. Ooh, nice
got-
1 damage ice sword.
Oh, look at that! These low damage people, they're just brawling it out. Same skin and everything.
Oh wow, you're.
Ooh, oh, Pippo
Oh.
could have taken the shield there. He got the
Oop,
fake.
that
Yeah,
was
sword fake
awkward.
there.
Oh, damn.
But
Well, there
Ryze
goes
does
It doesn't
hit
matter.
for Nathan.
I got.
Oh my
I
God.
got
And
one
Gets
sword.
a hit on
Hippo's just like,
Nathan,
I don't know
too.
which
Same
you
fucking breath.
white-coated, red-haired kids are going down, but
Whoop.
Oh, that's not a good. Nathan is being very aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, still
Nathan
that
is
dark.
normally
It's fine.
doesn't rush
I
in
need to
like
find my
this.
other shield, but it's kind
feel
of.
like
I
he's
think
normally
he
a
was
little bit
at
more
the point
cautious.
where he felt like he was
Not
set
a
up,
great
but then he got
thing
put at
for
the
me,
negative
but
2,
I'll
and maybe
live.
he just didn't
They're
want to
gonna
burn
get-
through his current hand looking for a stat
idea.
fixer. Purple in
He
hand
kinda
for
paid
Pippo, but it's
for
quickly
it.
overwritten.
Took that.
Nice.
That was a big damage
Because
swing.
his ass is weak right now.
Yeah,
Ryze is at a
that
better
works out
stat
well. Now
total.
they're
That's better.
at a better
Oh, that is a
stat
lot better.
level, at least.
Yeah.
No negatives.
But I don't want to put it down.
Do it.
Ryze playing
Pippo.
budget. My dad has
Go for
corn.
Pippo, go for Pippo, yeah.
Pippo is very vulnerable without that shield now. Pushing up the stairs is dangerous. Going back to his
Coming up.
base is dangerous. Nice
They've mostly
manual.
let him make it up,
Nice.
though.
Ooh, that was a close
Oh,
one.
Fire of Gehenna does stop the flame sword.
First
Hits with
Pippo.
the ice sword.
Nathan's
Ryze
shooting.
and
it.
Toad
They're eating a
definitely have the
lot of
advantage right now.
damage
Yep,
right
move
now.
Nice.
I'm moving down.
Nathan not being able to get off of that negative
Oop.
2 is really, really detrimental.
Yeah.
You got this, dude.
Yeah.
I would honestly think he should just stay at his base and dig until he could fix that, because he's gonna
It's
be
a
losing
bad
every
base for
trade
digging
here.
into double vibration, though.
Got that.
Nice.
Yeah.
catch.
All they have to
Nathan's
do is
getting
just
reset,
stand
yep.
in Toph's base and fire vibration lasers
Ooh.
into it. There's not a lot he can do.
I'm gonna assume that the Armorist was from Toph, and that is honestly
Oh,
looking
God,
like the
get down,
defining
get down.
play of this
Get down,
game.
please.
I am.
Come here. I'll reset you.
You know, I still haven't seen anybody in chat that's been able to say who
Wait.
did the Armoros there either. Quick reset there.
Too slow, Pippo.
Another good cartwheel by Ryze. I didn't think I'd be saying that during this session, but that was one right there. Again, into
Watch
the
out.
Fire of Gehenna.
Man, they are getting so low. Ryze needs to.
Goes low.
Yeah, he should have thrown a laser right
Oh,
there.
Pippo gets a big hit. Manual reset. That was a fairly good play
I need
right
to
there.
I need to get back to my base, but
Okay.
it's blocked.
Nathan still being stuck at negative 2 is just crippling
try and
their
help you
ability
up.
to close this game out, though.
Oh, he got that.
I gotta be careful of Blaster. Oh. He's looking for range.
Ryze is pretty vulnerable without that
Yeah, I
shield
know.
right now.
Nathan still.
I mean, Toph
Blaster
is
too.
also shieldless and at 3, so this is
Yeah.
a tight
I don't have
game,
shields,
but it's just so difficult
which
to
is
close
kind
out
of
when Nathan's
annoying.
not doing enough damage to actually kill.
Yep, there he goes. And
Nate's
Pippo's a
dead.
fortress.
Let's move in. Let's
Ryze
move in.
seems to be getting distance here. He shouldn't be going closer. If he just backs up with that Vibe Laser, he can
Well, there you
spam
go.
down
We
that
have
that Fortress of
Forefront. We
Iron.
can try and get you back to your base.
I
Yeah,
don't like this moving in here.
it might have been better for him to like go off towards Pippo's base and just start firing lasers from there.
I think so.
Watch out, watch out.
You can try and get an angle on Nathan by wrapping around the tree. And it looks like
Yeah, the
he's doing
vibration
just that.
laser angle from here is not very good.
Oh,
It's
just
good into
light
Pippo's
Pippo up
base.
right there.
I got
Yeah,
4
light Pippo up
Nice.
right now. He can't
Yeah,
do
he
anything
needed to
about
move further left and just be firing down that lane, but he
Yeah.
let Pippo go through the base for free.
Oh, that's
I
bad.
have another
But
one.
those
In
bases,
the
oh, there we
armor!
go. There's the
And then
Armoros
Balloon Ring in a
finally.
second.
Yeah, and I definitely say it favors Nathan now, even with Pippo at -1. Oh, Toph goes down.
TOAF's
Ooh, boy.
down.
Top of escalator.
This is a scary
Oh
situation.
boy. Well,
Gotta watch
that
for that
gives me
+2 laser.
about one option.
Oh,
Oh, and there's the Willows coming in as well. Ryze is
Oh,
in
boy.
extreme danger here.
That's not the right button.
That was
That's
not
really
the
the
play.
wrong button, game.
Ryze
I got
moment
this.
right here,
Oof.
and this is gonna be game 1 almost certainly.
Wow.
Oh,
Just
the
don't
second
even
Ryze
try.
moment. Game 1 almost certainly going to Pippo and Nathan, but valiant effort on the cartwheels here.
he gets
He's
one
frozen.
I
freeze.
don't know
And you
why
kill
he is so
Nathan.
adamant about hitting stuff when he could just be making the run now that he's
Rice,
frozen.
don't go for too hard.
There's the
And
manual.
there's the manual
I
from
should've
Nathan.
moved
It
back.
only
That
took
was my
about
bad.
10.
That's all right. I shouldn't have played something with 2 little shields.
Wow, that was a great first match.
I mean, we
Game 1 to Nathan
It was
and
good for what we
Pippo.
had. Yeah, you.
Who's feeling
you
good
really
about
needed
their
to not
odds
die
right
there.
now?
That's okay.
I feel like Toph's body was maybe in a hard
All
spot,
right, where
Algol.
are
I
we
don't know
going?
why he didn't go. I think what Ryze was trying to do was he was shieldless and worried about
Where are we going?
Nathan's
Toph, where are we
attacks.
going?
So he was like, I'm gonna go freeze Nathan, then go do the pickup. Which I think was a reasonable spot because I think the pickup may have been almost impossible if he had to
Sure.
go
Very
up the
briefly, I'm
escalate.
sure.
If he
Yes,
had
I'll
gone
be more
first before he was in
aware of
range
that.
of the
I
Willow,
literally-
the
I
vibration
literally
laser is
passed it, and then
deadly,
split
but
second
everything
later,
after
oh,
that
yeah,
is
we're
just
supposed
a
to
worse
restart.
position to
good.
be in.
Yeah.
I think it's another case of those where I see it was a feedback I gave to Jesse and some other new players. Like sometimes you just have to cut and run and go for the pickup first thing.
Yeah.
Because the longer you
Refinery.
give them to
Let's
outposition you, the worse your
Let's do
position
refinery.
gets.
I do think that if
Yeah, we're gonna go.
it was that Toph died on top, that is more of a that's more on Toph than on Ryze in that situation. Because
You ready
even
to
if he
play?
had gone straight for the
I can
pickup,
send you the
very high chance because he was in one shot range to a Vibe
Yeah,
Blaster.
dying up top is not a good position
That's fine.
right there.
Yeah, and with shield, it's so hard to get up that
No, that's
escalator.
alright.
He may
I
have
trust
been
you.
trying to find like a Purify or
DVT
something
and
or an
2 friendships.
Armoros.
You have DVT?
So
Let's go.
there is some things to consider
shield
there,
for
but
this.
dying
Yeah.
up there was definitely really bad for them.
More.
Mhm. And honestly, losing the shields is really also what kind of was the turnaround because Nathan and Pippa were able to control the high ground, and even though they were at a health deficit,
friendship
they were
thing.
able to just slowly build it
Yeah,
back
that's
up
fine.
by
We can
getting
run this.
damage on, and it was harder to damage them
I'm
with
running
the shield.
blasters and lightning
There was a
swords, so
point
my
where
job is
Ryze
to
was
break
up
shield.
there, and they both had like Fortress of Iron and not in a
I'm
race
gonna break
shield.
all the shields.
And I think, and he hopped off, and I think he should have stayed up there and just lit them up with lasers. I feel like he actually wasn't
Okay, I
aggressive
said,
enough
my job's
when
to
they
break
were
shields
weak
'cause
to
I'm
his
running
offense.
lightning
I
swords
agree
and
with Guinan's
blasters.
point in the chat
That's all I'm
too
gonna
that
do.
dropping the twist laser instead of
Break shields
probably
and
like the ice sword
Yeah.
that was already at 6 cost was pretty big there, and he would have been able to
Mhm.
respond to either angle on the
That's the
tree.
plan.
And twist laser
Well, you
honestly
have
has a
a
better
re-in,
angle.
right? So
he could have been
once
getting a
once
lot more
we're
damage
good
down
to
with
go,
that.
you'll pop the re-ins.
I'm still
But yeah, I'm
surprised
gonna
that
be doing a lot
Nathan
of them.
pushed in at the start there. Like that's the reason that game was so close. Like the Armoros was great, but it was
And I'm
also
gonna
because
fucking die,
Nathan
apparently.
rushed
Sheesh,
in
that cough.
instead of doing his normal,
Bad day
more
for it.
passive style. And as soon as he started playing more passive again, and was able to dig at his base, is right when the
They're
tides
taking their
turned.
time.
I mean, he was only able to dig in his base, honestly,
see.
because I felt like Ryze and
What-
Pippo dropped the
There's
ball
not
on
many tricks Nathan
keeping
has
that
that you can
laser
run
pressure.
without
That base
Enviros,
is
so I'm not really
death
worried.
if they have vibration laser and Toph spawn, and they just didn't put that pressure on him. But
Mhm.
we are now on game 2, Refinery.
More nature optic vibe.
Yeah, I still don't understand this with a lot of people lately
Nice.
running a lot of optic decks here on Refinery.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan personally.
The blaster's
don't
tracking is
push
kind
too
of
much.
tricky. I do think
Just get
things
set
like
up.
Reincarnation and
don't have
Willow
any
and
of those.
Rockshot are more suited to this
don't-
map. Or even Hyper Key Bullet. Hyper Key Bullet's tracking is alright here.
I don't mind some of the nature moves too,
I
like
bet
Blazing
money they
Bullet,
brought
Bullet of
Armor Racer
Fire, Arc
Purify
of
this
Fire,
time.
all hit really good angles here.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
nice
that one-
blaster
That was a
right
nice
at the
blaster
edge of
hit.
the range there.
That was
Well, they should
max
know I
range.
run hard stats, so.
Absolutely.
Oh, I do love myself a reflect mirror.
Pippo has a flash ult.
Oh, it's a fun shield to watch, but it
Yep,
feels like
I'll
so
break it.
frequently it doesn't pay off. Everybody's always ready to be breaking Dark Hole.
Wow.
And so
Good cartwheel on Nathan. This is actually
Broken
such
Nathan
a
right
bad
now.
spot. This is one of the
Keeping him
places
off
where
his base.
blasters are really good, is when you get Nathan spawn and you don't have enough aura to
Yeah,
block.
if you want to spam
And it's
decoy.
really hard to deal with because if you cartwheel, you have to cartwheel off your base because you can't cartwheel left or right.
that's why you live the hashtag jumper
Oh
life.
my
Oh,
god!
that was a gross curve.
I think Nathan might be
You know,
Taking
trying
too
to-
salty
Rise
about that one.
is
Towards my
set
base, or maybe he's
to
just trying to
prove your
avoid my
statement
blaster
wrong
angles.
right
I think
now.
he's just trying to avoid it.
You know,
That's fair.
I don't necessarily
would
hate
too.
Blaster on this map. I just don't like Optic.
Alright, I got Lightning Sword. I'm
as a-
gonna move in
as
on
a
Yeah,
base
that's
here.
tool
fair.
in general, but like Blaster by
Okay.
itself is a good
I'm gonna
move
decoy
here.
spam him. He
You
just
guys
has a
should
flash
gang
ult.
up on Nathan. He has 3 aura. He
I'll
can't do
break
anything.
it.
They've got the
Oh, if you-
decoy
hit it
pressure
fall
on
off. I'll
on
break
Pippo
it.
here,
Don't decoy.
so that could be good.
I mean, well, or you
Ooh.
can.
I guess
I mean,
maybe
a hit
killing
or
the
break is
stronger
good.
player aura-wise right now makes sense.
I think he will be popping.
Kind of my guess, but
Maybe we've tried to go get the lightning sword hit
This
instead.
does
Alright,
let
I'm-
Nathan get set up. Ryze has now
no, I'm
lost
good.
his
I'm out of blaster
blaster.
right now, so I just
Yeah.
gotta
Reflect
rebuild
Mirror
my
does
hand here.
actually see use.
Perfect.
Turbulence
Ah,
done
maybe
by
not.
Nathan
Amulet.
does not do anything
Mm.
into TOAF. Sounds like it was
Now all
Amulet
this
according to
early
TOAF.
pressure, all this early pressure is
Damn.
kind of lost unless he can make it work with the
I'll come up
lightning
with the
sword.
decoy, I guess.
I think losing the
Alright,
blaster
Nathan's
there
a
was a
plus
really big deal.
1.
Normally, breaking a flash shot with a
Color
blaster
is
is
he?
fine,
I'm
but in a
colorblind. Can you
situation
tell what
like
color?
that where it takes away like
nature.
what could just
Oh,
end
yeah, I
the
knew
game
that.
with a decoy blaster combo,
Yeah, when
His
you're
I'm
that
not
name's
far
sure it
away
was
I don't know
worth
what his
it.
other
the
school is.
vibration, and
Yeah,
you've got vibration in hand and not much aura on bench
I'm
either.
not actually quite sure.
That was
because
that
now
was kinda
Nathan and
rough.
Pippo are they're gonna just get set up, and
Ryze
you
either
know
has
you
to
have the health
slow
Yeah,
dig
just
advantage.
back off.
or
Try and stay
overwrite
away.
most of his
still
shields
trying to
in
get
order
set
to
up.
reasonably dig.
And now they're moving up on Toph, and now the 2v1 that Ryze and Toph had is
gonna
turning
have
around
to
on
Oh,
them.
that's a
that.
bad decision
That's
right
fine with
there.
me.
There's just no good
Don't break
decisions
shields
with
more
that.
easily. Good hit.
Oh,
Let's go.
well, all right.
Oh, yeah,
That
make
can
him
turn
fucking
things
fall.
back
TOAF is
around.
tearing things up in a 2v1 though.
Fuck me.
It's alright.
And
I'm here.
right now, everybody's. It sounded like most people's favorite was Nathan and Pippo when it came to this match. And Nathan and Pippo
Nathan's coming up
together,
behind. I'm chasing.
not looking great.
He's got Rian.
Yeah, they are on the back foot here.
Sorry.
It was a rough early
Ooh.
Oh,
game in the
come
game
on,
one,
Wall of
but
Fire.
they're getting
Oh,
some
nice.
momentum back.
Wall of
Some
Fire
momentum
failed me.
back.
Also, laser
That was a
shield.
big
That
lightning
wasn't
sword.
bad.
Pippo has a laser
Well, that's
shield.
2 shields
to
down
know.
for Ryze too, and we know he tends to run shield light. So
Oh,
he may only
Nathan.
have 1 or 2 more.
And he may not even use them if he has them,
I
so
can't help you 'cause I'm
That
You're good.
is
I'm
more
fine.
true than I'd like it to be.
trying to pick up a shield.
still though, I mean, like a couple blaster
I'm
shots
more
will
interested
end
in
this
breaking
fight.
shield than-
So if they like Ryze just
they're
needs to run
chasing.
until
They're
Toph is in position
chasing.
to support, and they can get this pressure down.
Hey,
Lightning
boys!
sword.
Oh, Toph with the long range decoy does help out quite a
I'm
bit
coming,
there.
I'm coming.
Ryze is able to steal a shield,
Might get hit by
but
this
he's
a
in
little
a
bit.
precarious
Nope.
position right now. I think you pick up the fortress and just overwrite.
I did.
Overwrite that lightning
Hmm.
sword for the other one. You got to keep your aura moving.
Uh-oh. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm actually in a danger spot.
I think just
I'm
stay
here,
on
I'm
them
here, I'm
here.
here.
If
Okay,
they can
well.
just both get a line of fire on both of them, I think they can end this right now.
I'm gonna stay up there. Just get prepped. I'm gonna try and keep him from this pickup. Just get ready.
I think that's a smart move.
Yeah.
Just stay around them. They don't really have
Look
much
at that lightning
offense that
sword on
Ryze can't deal
Nate.
with his right
Oh,
now.
Play it
almost took the
slow.
fortress. Made him fall, I think. No,
You can
no.
afford to eat a few hits like that.
Yeah, just whenever you're ready.
All right, he's letting them get away a little bit.
Try and keep him from that
I'm
pickup.
Fortress
Oh!
and Willow.
Boom!
Oh,
Let's
Nathan
go.
Does it in a not safe spot.
That was
Good
one of the
job.
smartest plays I've seen from Ryze. Is just like absolutely right decisions. Just stay there,
Alright,
play
where
it
to
slow,
next?
and wait for your opening.
Gotcha.
That
Great
was
stuff.
a good play from SnowRyze, and saying that hurt a little.
Good to
Nathan did seem to be a little bit
Alright, now
aura
the
screwed,
question
but
is, do I wanna
they
get
were
squirrely here,
surprisingly on the
or
back
do I want to
foot
play it smart?
there. I definitely
What's your
wasn't
plan?
expecting
What's your plan?
them to be
I can
like
send you the-
really retreating
'Cause
that
I like
severely. So I wonder if
like
that's
certain
indicative
deck
of
here, but it's not good against lasers,
possibly the
I'd
next
say.
match as well.
You can run anti-lasers or lasers, and then I have a really good deck for
Sam dropping
those.
more gifted
Yeah,
subs
show
in
me
the
what you run.
chat. We are
Yeah, okay.
the
I
does
have
that make us
two-
currently the biggest Phantom Dust streamer with like 6 subs?
Truly Rise has at least 6 subs.
I don't know. I've subbed
Sorry,
to him
sorry, I was
before,
getting here,
but
so-
it's
You're
one of
good.
the things I doubt he has very many that are like every month.
Oh, Guinan just messaged me. Toph was the one who brought Armoros.
Oh,
So
so
that
Toph was the one
was
who arm roasted in the first game, so that was a big brain move.
yep. That was a
So
very
it was
smart
not
play.
a Pippo misplay, it was a big brain Toph.
Oh.
And they played the second
Okay.
game remarkably well as well. If
Yeah,
I'm
play
looking just
that.
at the 2 games so far in performance so far, Toph and Rise,
bit.
which I thought was
I mean,
going
it
to
has
be
flash
the
over
worst
control, so-
partnership
Yeah, exactly,
because
that's
they always
pretty
tilt with
much
each other,
Honestly,
has looked much cleaner than Nathan and
you're
Pippo
running
together.
that. I might.
This tourney is really just
No,
we're getting a
well,
lot of
no, 'cause it doesn't have
surprised
fate.
expectations so far, and I'm here for it.
Show me your idea.
I'm running apple. The classic.
The lane pick is interesting. I might have
that.
expected Nathan to go for Pano for Rico
It's
spam,
pretty basic. I mean, you've probably seen this a million
because
times.
I don't believe that
It's a lot more melee focused.
Snow plays
very
Rico.
heavy
Well,
on
I think he
defense
might, but I don't know.
Side of D-Trick,
I feel like Nathan could possibly use it more effectively,
Do you have
although it's always a bit of a
Yeah, I'm
toss-up, I
not sure
suppose.
what Nathan will play on here.
Uh,
Usually,
No, I
when
have
you
an
ran into
armor.
Nathan and Wolf, they
I have
would
an
play
armor.
something
That works.
tricky or hang on
It's
Yeah,
not a permanent solution.
Panorama.
I
I don't know. I've played so many tournaments, so many
Wait,
people
Armor's
over
watch
so many
targets
years.
other
I
people.
forget. You'd think I would know better
an
reads
Armor's
on some
watch for
people, but
fixing, like,
I
your
just like
stats.
Oh, yeah,
forget it
If you're-
Yeah, this
if
is
you're
a-
and move
doing
on. I don't
that,
know. I
This
can't
is
And
remember
a
what
sometimes
he used to
people
say
are
other
just
than
deck, but with
hangs.
some melee
not
options
that
to keep
consistent,
range
like,
while
or
locking
that
into
easy to
interface.
predict. You know, there's very complicated reasons for why people make decisions in this game.
Oh, good. And
Looks
we're
like
doing
Rise is bringing Nature
Nice.
Faith, which I think is a great
I
choice
hate
on this
side
map.
lane.
I think
For some
melee
reason,
is pretty good
for
here,
some
and I
reason,
think
my
the
visuals,
very
I
like
guess,
flexible
it might be
angles of
specific to me,
reincarnation is also
but
very
all
helpful.
the white gets super bright on my screen.
Let's
Rise
see.
chooses not
Alright,
to
before we
overwrite there,
start,
which I think is
3
a
aura,
reasonable
turban hand.
decision with
Let me see if I can
2
dig up
aura
more
on
aura to
base.
try
The only
and
thing
turn the
unfortunate
yellow
thing
out
is
of
the
the
Armors and Turban hand.
Yeah, if he gets
Ideally,
lucky,
you
he
could
can
use
burn the
that.
Armros first. But if
Hang on, I'm
he,
really trying to. I'd get rid of my.
I'm assuming
my
Nathan
armor still.
has boost mines there, and he wants to get rid of those, but he's
Ah.
not going to have enough aura to do so.
You
Yeah.
sure? Okay.
Nathan is.
If he-
I need one more aura. before I
If you
turn.
can get that one more aura,
Honestly,
you
one of
pop
those
that
could
turban
be
over
Aurora
that
and
Armros.
to
I
be
will
fair.
take
Oh, yeah.
an Armros for
Let's
3
run
boost
that.
mines
They
or
still
a
haven't
recall
moved
or
towards
whatever.
each other, though.
Let's
I don't know
probably
what
boost mine.
yellows Nathan has.
Yes! Pop that
Get rid of all
shit!
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
You might have taken the
there it
Tiger Strength from
is.
Toph, but
Here will be fine. I'd rather you be at
Yeah, no, I don't-
-2 if they armor us than -4. And plus
Yeah,
2
that's-
will
yeah,
still
it
be
sounds like it
fine.
was a heat on Toph, which I still
I
think is
think
a
he burned
reasonable
his
trade.
Purify.
And later on, actually
Possibly.
again to fit my stats.
You could, but
He probably should
It's fine,
communicate to
it's fine.
Toph that he was doing that.
Yeah, I have an Armor's watch, so
Yeah, this is also a very
Nathan's playing
conservative
speed
deck
ups.
here out of
Speed?
Rise.
That's
There was only like
annoying.
4 or 5 attacks in
I
there,
hope he's not doing the
besides
+9
a lot of
speed
turbulences.
bullshit.
So this is a pretty conservative
I hate
Nature
that.
Faith he's chosen to play here,
I mean,
which
he'll-
I
he'll
do
get
like
fucked
on
by
this
Armor's
map.
watch
Nature
stuff.
Faith
Yeah.
is good, like you
Yeah,
said,
just
L.
make sure you hold that.
I'm curious to see what Toph has, because if
I
you're
can do
gonna
that,
play
I
something
just
like
have
that
to-
that's
well, I
a
have to
more of
have
an in the
chance
mix
to.
deck,
I'm still
I
digging.
feel like you
for
need
sure.
somebody playing
Keep
long
faith
and
on
medium
Pippo.
range with a good set of
Good to
damage.
know. Yeah, I'm
do you have another? You have another
I
deck,
think could this be Nathan's bravery deck?
Good, 'cause
That's
him
what
having
I was
Tiger
thinking when
is
I saw
not
that, and he didn't
I'm
move
still
over
digging
for
for
boost
setup,
mines,
just
is
kinda
that it was a bravery
Yeah.
deck,
see what we're
and he
dealing
probably
with
had
here.
something like 2
+2 on
braveries and a
Pippo,
dazzle.
Yeah, so +2 ran on
Then
Pippo,
that
which is
makes
kinda annoying.
this deck an
I'll look for
especially
my
good
other
choice
turn.
because it has. I don't know if it had a D trick. I don't think it did, but a lot of array
I think it
shields could
did.
I'm gonna get
help
high
drain
ground so he doesn't
Nathan's
have that angle on
resources.
me.
Good idea.
If it is bravery, you guys should be ganking Nathan or Pippo
Yeah,
right
you're
now
still
because
digging.
Nathan's not very
I'm just
useful at the
kinda,
moment.
I'm just kind of flirting with him.
I mean, Toph is at 8 aura, but he's only got the 1 attack, and just the way he's been hovering
Oh shit!
doesn't look like
That's
he's
so
ready to
good
play
for
yet.
this.
Yeah, it
That's
seems
so
like,
good.
man, if that's an Excalibur, Rise is
Oh,
going to
you
be in big
fool,
trouble. I would
Nathan.
immediately
Oh,
be
it's gonna
going and looking for a fortress.
No, but
It looks like they're
Nathan
quite
with
excited to
bravery
see
is
Nathan
not
on
it, 'cause that
bravery,
is
though.
very
So
strong.
That's
they
bad
may
for
just
him,
be
though.
playing a turbo or
Uh-oh.
a pop
Of course he'd
style,
bring Dazzle.
but
I get
he's
it.
going to take a hit right off the
Shit.
bat.
Oh, what a
Oh,
backdraft.
the backdraft
That's so
bullet hurts
sad,
so
man.
bad.
The presses
Oh, this
me.
already looks
Oh, that's the wrong
dire.
button. Hang on, No, I was dazzled and used flash roll. Why did you use lightning sword?
Because you
Man,
Did Dazzle
probably
wear
got
off?
your button switched like a third time.
That's stupid.
It did not.
Nathan needs a
I
hit,
think
but
TOAF is playing a little bit slow right
Man,
now.
I'm so
Like Nathan was
disappointed.
able to get up to a full bravery
Go dig, go dig.
before he was ready to go.
I mean, I know
Now
you're not
it
better than
is
that, but I'm still
rather bad.
disappointed
Oh,
in
that
you.
was risky.
come on.
Alright, please don't
That
die,
was
'cause I'm
never
also
gonna
a
work.
2.
That only could have ever ended in
Damage.
tears
Yeah,
if you got
I
close
know.
enough.
Fucking
I mean,
stupid.
TOAF and Ryze are just not there for each other at the moment. They
Okay,
Pippo and
okay.
Nathan have been next to each other, rushing either one of
I'm
them
looking.
and focusing their fire. Somehow,
Oh.
Snow
No, I guess I didn't mean
TOAF
to do it
still
that way.
gets a hit in,
I'm fine
even
now.
in the
I should be fine
2v1.
now. The Rian might still be a problem, but I can
Yeah,
block
they're
the
so
Dazzle.
excited to see
try and dig for the
this,
derp?
but they're not
Yeah.
capitalizing on it.
Nice.
I mean, the glacial wall there's good, but you got
Missed
to be
that.
careful. Pippo can
So
snap
late
both
on
of
that.
those without you taking any of
Yeah, do it,
Nathan's
do it.
attacks, and you already overwrote
Hang on.
one of your flash holes.
I would maybe overwrite.
Yep.
I think you overwrite one of the shields
Hang
here,
on. Wait.
and I think there's an argument to be made for Flash Hole, and then swap it for a
Don't
Fortress. So you
reset while
keep the
they're here.
Glacial for Dazzle and use
Oh,
the
well,
the
now you
Fortress
have
for
to, right there.
Reincarnation.
Rise is down right next to
Good pickup.
TOAF, so it's a quick pickup.
Take that Fortress.
Ow. Okay.
Yeah.
Take that Fortress, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you can, get lucky and just catch something
on.
here.
I told you that bravery wouldn't.
Oh, he gets rid of the Ice Sword. I probably would have
honestly
gotten
was
rid of
thinking that
the
too.
Glacial or the Flash Hole.
It's okay. I can deal.
Could have glacial there.
I didn't want
I think
to,
the
'cause
+1
it's-
Ice Sword will have some of the offense that they
Whoa.
need right now.
Oh, he is so lucky he didn't get hit by that as well.
Oh, good
No
combo.
way! Come on, game! Dude!
Oh!
I can't stand when the game doesn't work.
Pippo and Nathan,
Like,
take
I
it.
pressed the button
They
to
wanted
use
to
Flash
play a
Hole
slow
after
grind
I
out
used
game,
Fortress,
and
yet
honestly,
something
they did
hit
it
It should come up
poorly.
just as fast. I've seen it happen.
If
a
that had been
gazillion
two
times with
aggressive
fucking
arsenals
Zan
like they
and
played the
Murder
previous
and fucking
matches, they could have
Anytime
just
and...
ganked Nathan right
Oh,
there.
that's annoying.
They should have
Um,
had early pressure on him. You're right.
Yep. Or if TOAF just was able to get online faster and Ryze wasn't in a 2v1 for that, and then if Ryze was able to fight once TOAF was ready, they were never ready to fight at the same time, and Pippo and Nathan were just in sync and
That was,
pushing
yeah,
together.
What? No, that was 2-1.
Let's
that
see.
was not a win.
4,510 points go to Jesse
Best
and
of 3? No, we're not
Sam
doing a full 3? That's dumb. Okay.
with the
It's
correct
still though, I think that was
call.
a good showing for Ryze and TOAF. I'm impressed with how they played. I think
That's fucking
with a
nuts.
better Arsenal decision or better team coordination, that there's a world where they won that last match as well. But in terms of the coordination and
He had to bring
decision
Dazzle to
making in
fucking
terms
do
of
anything,
Arsenal
so
strength
still
and
good.
when to
Leslie,
fight,
can I get some water?
Nathan and
Frankly.
Pippo were just completely outclassed them and outpaced them
I
that
feel
game.
bad about that whole match, but that's because Dazzle
Yeah, I
exists
agree.
and it shouldn't, and
I
that's also
agree.
because my
Nathan
Flash
running
Hole didn't
bravery
die.
is almost a meme at this point because
Oh no, I get
he's
it.
predictable
I get
with
it.
it and
I
he's
get
very
it. I'm
punishable
just-
with it.
Dazzle shouldn't exist, man.
But they failed to punish that.
Decoy shouldn't, maybe.
I don't
too,
think they
sure,
erased a
get rid of
single
it.
attack.
I appreciate
Yep.
Decoy's.
Honestly, I think it'd be hard to erase
I
bravery if you
appreciate
really
Decoy's
run a lot of
effect.
attacks in
Dazzle
it.
doesn't.
It's pretty slow
Dazzle
to
doesn't
erase a
have
railgun, go back to base, get a flash hole, come
anything
back,
defending
and
it at
keep
all.
doing that.
I mean, fair. I get.
So,
Yeah.
I do think bravery is
We're,
okay against that strategy. If you have some pressure and support as well, just because doing that is so slow compared to knocking out with a vicious bounce or something like that.
Yeah,
I think
like a
bravery
vicious
is a lot
is
more
really good
vulnerable.
in that sense.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
one that I used to do to Nathan
I'm gonna run
for
blasters and
bravery
swords
is,
here.
you would just
Okay.
get
Yeah.
2 or 3 skills, get them to 3, and then you just pop a
It's up to
violent
you.
change. You
Um,
just
I
get
Yeah.
1 or 2 pocket
Either
violent
they're gonna
changes,
expect
and
us
you
to
could just
bring
drop so
vibe
many
and
extra
bring
wins on
anti-vibe
Nathan
shit.
and Wolf because they would run so
Toaf
much
will probably bring
bravery.
armor shit because he knows.
I
that
think
his
that
stats and
capsule
things will be
poppers and level erase
So,
is a better counter to
um,
bravery than
yeah,
just
I'm up for
stacking a
that.
bunch of erase shields,
Okay.
which is what Ryze tried to do there. And you
Yeah,
see
let's go with that.
why it goes wrong is you can erase
Okay.
one attack maybe, but he's still gonna have more in his hand.
Yeah.
And if they're just pressuring
Man,
you
that's so
and you have to
disappointing.
run back to base every time, it's a very
I
passive
had good
strategy.
trick and everything.
I mean,
just
I still
fucking
feel like the
dude.
arsenals that
Nathan was like, he's gonna
Rise
pop
and
you out, right? I'm
I
like,
didn't
no,
see
he
what
doesn't have
TOAF
the
had
purple in his
specifically
hand.
were
No, I
fine
had
though.
it. I had it on
But
deck.
the
like, I just-
execution I felt
Fucking
was just
Dazzle,
really
man,
Yeah.
poor.
it's so sad.
I think
Yeah,
they were
2 turrets,
reasonable
they weren't coming up.
Arsenal picks for
If
sure.
he had caught the railgun and the cluster bomb with his flash holes,
Dazzle
he
should
would
not
then have
exist.
Glacial and Fortress, and
All
that
my
would have put
takeaway is
Nathan
if you
at
beat
at
me
least
with
5
Dazzle, you're not playing the
capsules.
game. You actually beat me.
And then he would have had
So,
Rian
doesn't
He would have had
count.
Rian
Sorry,
Glacial
Nathan. You're still a bitch. You still can't
Fortress,
beat me
and then
without
he would
Dazzle.
have space for a sword
Oops.
still.
Mm-hmm. And Gaina says if his hand was Glacial, Rian, Flash,
Oops, all
Fortress,
Dazzle.
he would have been so safe. Yeah, I can agree with that as well.
Still the noobiest fucking combo. Anyways.
So either going more for the attacking strategy or just pulling off the defensive strategy more effectively, I
All
think
right,
was
new
the trick there.
poll. New poll. It's Ryze and Pippo
Snow and
versus
Pippo.
Nathan and
Ready when
TOAF.
Nathan's ready.
New poll.
Hmm.
Looks like
That's a hard one right there.
Come on.
Anytime we're ready.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Ryze is already a little on tilt. Pippo
I
is
think
looking pretty
Toph is.
good.
Yeah. I think Toph is pretty good at supporting an aggressive partner who likes to rush in. So I do think he has good synergy
Fine.
with
I
Ryze,
have
but I think
voice
Pippo is
chat
also a
off.
really good supportive
We're ready
player.
though.
Um,
Then let him know.
and
We're
may
ready,
play
guys.
faster as well, so I could see it working
We're good to
better.
go.
Maybe. I don't know about Toph and Nathan. I have absolutely no idea. I feel
We're
like
still talking strats.
the
I guess.
funniest option would be them just destroying each other's arsenals somehow, and I also think that's pretty likely. But that's what I'm hoping for.
I was literally, I told him, like, just tell me where you want me to
You know,
be.
I think Nathan and TOAF will be pretty good
That
because
worked well enough.
Nathan can
I
play
mean, when you bring
a
Dazzle,
pretty
yeah.
good skirmisher role
I mean,
if
sure.
he needs
I'm
to.
sorry, I'm not
And if
letting
he has
that
TOAF
match,
backline
like, that
for
was
him, I think
Dazzle.
that could
Dazzle
really
won
work
that
out
match.
for
I
him.
refuse to believe he
I
can
think
win me
that's
without
the
Dazzle.
most likely
And he
option
didn't
if
prove me
Nathan
right,
does go
so
for that
yeah,
skirmisher
he didn't prove
role.
me wrong.
It's
He
just
didn't
not
bring
as
Dazzle.
funny as
And he'll never
one that
know
I
he can beat
offered.
me without Dazzle.
All right, we got
Unfortunate.
game 1 underway. It looks like
Unfortunate.
Ryze is
Okay.
still using Budget My Dad Has Corn.
Tiger strength's already? Jesus
Pippo's
Christ.
got a pretty slow start. Nathan and TOAF seem to be both fairly healthy. Nathan has the +2 with the Tiger Strength and then the Lunar Force down. Heat for Ryze will be a pretty solid start as well, although he's stuck with no attacks he can use. We now see 2
This-
yellows out of
I
Pippo.
figured. That's fine. I'm not too.
This can be a very rough spawn, but I think Nathan's or Ryze's shields are really solid for dealing with any possible pressure from these two.
Interesting note, Nathan did not go for the boost mines.
Yeah, I'm
Probably
coming
made
back
an
towards
audible
you.
call to just use the boost mines
just
and get
waiting for your
himself
base.
into the game. Pippo is now on vibration.
What you got for me?
Not sure I'm a fan of double
Oh wait,
blaster
excuse me, I was
setup
thinking
here.
Nathan and Pippo
Broke
still
that?
together.
Flash roll.
It's a little
No,
confusing.
Ryze
from
just
that
didn't
anyways.
get boost mines from Pippo, and he
Nathan's moving in.
desperately needed them.
Yep.
Okay.
It
Well,
looks
that's,
like I have an attack, but I don't.
That's not good.
I'll just.
Ryze should try and get some
make it look like I
swords
have melee.
to help make a front line for
And he's
Pippo's
fading away.
support
That
right
was
now.
the most delayed to re-hit Iron Skin.
Yeah, there's a lightning sword.
Let's
Doesn't pick
see.
it up though. I would maybe overwrite the reflect mirror for the lightning sword.
Gonna make it easy for me.
TOAF and Nathan are now looking to push together.
Boink.
TOAF is going to take a blaster there.
Coming around the back. Watch out.
Yep.
So Pippo and Ryze still have a bit of a lead here.
Oop.
Yeah, they have to move in on Pippo. Nathan and TOAF's base are both pretty untenable if
Really?
he has that vibration laser from behind the tree. They're
Ryze
just
is playing very passive right now. Everyone's kind of playing a little bit. They're just kind of like trying to feel each other out, I suppose. But Pippo's gonna
Lightning
get
sword
rushed
for
if
two.
Ryze doesn't do something
yeah,
about
they're
that.
just breaking chairs.
Took the Willow.
Oh, good cartwheel by Nathan there. That was close. He almost got hit.
Oh, Nathan Tiger Strengths
Ow! Why are
without
you
an
doing that in the
attack.
open?
He doesn't have an attack either.
That was not the right call.
Yep.
And now
That
he's
was
shieldless.
Iron Skin.
Ryze, get up there and fire on the
Really?
shieldless Nathan.
Yes, and why is Nathan forcing his way up the stairs with
Toph.
double iron skin?
There are a
He's
lot of
playing.
decisions being
Okay.
made right now. Toph is doing a good job of trying to keep Ryze from killing Nathan. He's attacking him to make him defensive, so I like that play a lot.
Honestly, just
I'm not
walking
sure I
off
like
map
the
would have been
Let's
a
finish
much
this up
better
here.
decision for Nathan.
Reincarnation at the wall right
Oh.
there.
Nice.
Oh, Nathan's
Hmm.
down.
Ah, shit, he took that. Oh, good kill.
Oh,
Right on
we
Nathan.
barely got the
Oh, you
pickup.
got him. That's fine.
Nathan's got a
Sheesh.
run to make. He's
Good
not
kill
making
on
it.
Toph.
That
Yep.
Nathan
Ryzen
trying to
Pippo.
push up the stairs there
Oh,
is
what?
really
That's
devastating them.
dumb.
Oh, he
Although
did
Toph has
get
a
him.
good chance of making the
It looks
pickup
like I
right
have
now with
something, but I
no
don't.
attacks.
I'm gonna make it look like I have melee. Good hit.
Let's see if
Threw him
Pippo's
everything
manual
Nathan
game
did
is
for
on
ya.
point.
I mean, Toph has already taken 3 of them. I think it's likely
dipped?
Pippo finishes
Oh,
him off
Not
here.
quite.
He only needs one more.
He thinks I have a sword or something.
There it is.
There
Wow.
we go. GG.
There were a
Toph
lot
with
of
or excuse
decisions
me, yeah,
being
Pippo
made
with great
that
manuals.
round.
Great manuals. Ryze and Pippo looked really strong there.
Where to?
I don't know if I feel like it was more that Nathan looked really bad there, but I do think that
I don't
Ryze and
disagree
Pippo
with that.
You can beat me
capitalized
on
on
Nathan.
it.
Yeah, I do not disagree with that. Nathan played that really poorly in that
Sure.
latter half. Honestly, if
redeem
he
yourself.
just walked off into the hole, gotten a
Yeah.
refresh on his bench, and then headed out,
Yes.
would have been much, much
A little
better.
bit of shit talking.
And also questionable having so many shields that are broken by Blaster, like
that
an
would have been the
unbuffed
same
Blaster
thing
as well. I
that
think he had like
last
2
time.
Iron Skin there.
Yeah,
Run
having double
Tiger
Iron
Strength
Skin in a
3.
deck, I feel, is kind of
I do the same.
egregious.
Yeah, like he didn't have any shield that could survive those
Yeah,
Blaster
it's
hits
probably
going
fine.
up the stairs.
Shields are kind of a
I mean, I'm sure he has other ones in the
question,
arsenal,
it
but
shouldn't get
2
you
of them
bad.
being Iron Skin, I feel like is a problem.
Algo
I
says
just win
that
Nathan.
Pippo is looking solid these matches,
It's up
and
to you.
honestly,
I
I
just
think
don't
the
like
analysis of
that
Pippo being the most
+3 or
consistent player is
+2
on
and Tiger
point.
Strength and breaking all of
I
his
think
shit.
he is
That's my
very
only concern.
reliably
Okay,
always supporting, contributing to these matches, and also making the least egregious plays
Just in case we
out
do
of
lose
these
a Tiger
3.
Strength off, or they have, you know,
Yeah,
fucking
just about everybody
shields
else
that
has
break
had a
everything
Toph
but
moment.
Fortress. I don't want to
Yes.
get left out to
Or a
dry.
Ryze moment.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a bad decision.
I'll leave it up to you to guess which is worse.
Plus, you'll have swords in the melee where I will not.
Yeah.
I'll fucking shit kick.
Algo, are
hate
you
him
talking
so
about how
much.
he
I
kept
hate
trying to
kick.
pretend he had a flame sword there at the end?
I think he was body blocking.
He was
It's
he was
the
body
only
blocking,
melee
but he was
option in
calling
TD.
out that he was
It's-
trying to make it
like,
look
that's
like
it.
he had a melee attack.
Which is weird.
Oh,
because you would think
that's
martial
clever.
arts-based school would have more.
I mean,
melee
there's other
things worth
options,
playing.
but they're not like I can just slot this in as a bread and butter skill. Yeah. What swords
All
are
right,
better
looks
than I
like
can
it's
kick every day,
Refinery
so-
for our
Yeah.
second game. We're headed back.
Oh, I'll take Psycho Knife over.
That is one of
Oh, yeah.
Nathan's favorite maps. He almost always
100%.
defaults to Refinery.
Which is, I think, is a little bit weird. I feel like with a player that relies pretty heavily on
Yeah,
stuff
he's
like
sending
Vibration,
arsenals. That's what he
Highway,
did,
or
too.
Sign would be a more, or City
Yeah, asked
might be a
for
more
some
natural
pictures.
pick. 'Cause I feel like Refinery tends to favor the players with the highest technical skill, and I feel like Nathan is more of a player who relies like good technical skill, but
Wait, we finished the
his strength is his strategies
Yeah,
for the most
we
part.
did.
Back in the day, it tended to be a comfort pick for them, and they would run double Bravery with
My
Confused
plan
Gravity.
is to beat out
And
Okay.
I feel like it's just a
Nathan on this
holdover from
match,
that. It's
and
just
then,
the
Yeah.
map he feels most
let the
comfortable
dice
on
roll on the next one.
after
Mhm.
Palace.
Comfort can count for a lot, but I do think
Nathan
possibly
and I
there could be
tied.
more,
Fuck!
more he could be,
Well,
more
also,
everyone could be
if-
getting out of their
if we
map
win this
choices
2-0,
here, honestly.
Oh, that's right, because he would have
Like when you
lost
play
that
things like
match.
Rico and Vibe,
So we need to win this 2-0.
I don't think you want to go to the more balanced,
just win
even
with
maps. You
Nathan.
want to go to the more lopsided
Alright.
ones that will
in both
favor
of our
your
best
arsenal choice,
interests to win.
and not
Yes.
even let the other people play the
100%.
game, which is
100%.
what Pano and Highway can do.
I don't know. Pano is
I don't know.
always
What
just a
tricky
dice
shit?
roll.
Will they
It
bring
feels
bravery?
like.
They
It
might.
can, yeah,
Nathan
for
brought
sure.
bravery last time.
He
It's like,
did.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't like
All
bravery.
right, here we go.
Like
Game
bravery
2. Can
I
Ryze
just
and Pippo
received-
No
close it
vicious
out?
I just received a DM from Gaiden saying Nathan chatted me
Okay, I
after
got
getting
Tiger
wrecked by
Strength
Pippo
guard
/
off.
Snow. Wait, who is
That's
Pippo?
bad.
No research done. So this is the first time Nathan's ever
I
playing
can't
against
see
Pippo
your
right here.
colors 'cause I'm
And what
colorblind,
an
so if you wanna tell me that
introduction.
info, feel free.
Nathan's Psycho.
You should have studied up, Nathan.
Nature.
Okay, I
He's
got
in his
He
head.
might be running back.
Fire
now, but
Gehenna if you want to set me up. If not, we can wait.
I've also got Fire.
You got to
Gehenna.
benefit
Oh.
from being
Well,
on Pippo's team early, and
I've
now
had
you've
the
got
World
to
Cup, so I can
fight
take you
against
over.
him the
Okay,
rest of the
that's
time.
We have a double
Yeah,
fire
Fire
Gehenna rush
I
here
really
from
like
Ryze
switching
and
between Heavy and
Pippo.
Dazzle.
Throw that Gehenna, combo
Wait,
that.
for it.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, that's a big hit.
Kind of would have preferred to break the
Nathan's
Psycho
running
Shell
the
with
bravery.
decoy. So yeah, they're gonna do set
Toph
up,
is supporting great with the decoy here. He is really covering his
spams
partner
with,
very well.
bravery here.
I broke the.
I don't know. They broke the Psycho
cute.
Shell, and they broke his spirit.
Well-
So I don't know about
Thought I could
covering.
cartwheel that.
It could have been a little bit
Yeah.
earlier, but
All right. Okay, we already broke the Psycho Shell. Cool.
honestly, after breaking the Psycho Shell, I would have dropped the Gehenna and kept the
I
backdraft.
did not mean to
Like,
fall down
if they
here.
don't have a shield, just use the re-end. I don't think the extra HP damage from
I'm
Gehenna
gonna try
is
and
worth
get
it.
back up because I really don't want to be down
I mean,
here.
I'm
Especially
just
if you
an
have a
anti-fan
backdraft.
of
Like
Gehenna's,
Excal.
so I'm just a hater.
I would try and
so
stay
I
high
can't
ground.
really chime in on whether or not it's good to
Also
keep it,
gives
but
Toph less
I
angle
just
to
wouldn't have
decoy.
brought it in the first place.
I think I agree that normally bringing it is a wrong call, but I think once they've lost the shield, you definitely get rid of it. Because I think that's its greatest strength is the shield
I
breaking.
got rid of it. I dumped it. I have Iron Skin, which is good against
They are
stuns.
focusing on
Oh, what?
Toaf
Okay.
instead of the
That
shield with
was
Nathan,
odd. That's
and
fine.
they let him get on Bravery. Which
Yeah,
is
Nathan does have the
interesting.
+2 speed though, and with
That's
bravery
true.
moves, he's very dangerous up close.
Yeah, I like how Toph is just trying to like he is really trying to draw aggro to protect Nathan.
Oh, I hit it again.
Before he
Game,
was
why
getting
are
up
you
to
being
Bravery,
slow on
he was
me
just
today?
staying like
Bad idea,
right
bad
here
idea,
to
bad
annoy
idea,
them, but
bad
not
idea.
really
Wow, that
engage
was
them
terrible.
fully.
Wow, that was
And
No,
that's
that
a
was
very
very
good
good
move.
play by Toph. Very good call out there.
They both have stuns. Why
Yeah,
would
I know.
Decoy and dazzle.
Toph is just playing into his
That
partner
is
though,
rough.
so
Yeah,
I don't blame
I am
him,
seeing
Toph.
very
I
little
do not Nathan.
synergy and coordination from
Where are
Pippo
you?
and
I am on
Ryze
the
right now.
opposite
They're
side of
kind
the
of both
map.
playing a
Stairs.
1v1,
They're
not
getting-
playing tag
yeah,
team
they're
right
Feels
now.
like they're both
setting you
managing
up.
to play a 2v1 at the same time.
Oh,
Yes,
from debris?
that-
Come on.
It's
Try and
not
keep
even a
Toph off you.
1v1.
That's when you know your positioning's not right. Is you're
That's fine.
both in a
And
That's
Nathan
good.
2v1.
off you.
That's actually so much better. Now that I'm up here.
The
I
Iron
can
Scan's
still
helping against that
have-
decoy
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
fucking
Deal with the
stupid,
one.
man.
Oh,
Oh
but
my
can it help
God.
against the decoy
Nope.
and Dazzle?
Oh, shit.
There's the railgun.
help.
There's the fall.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is so sad.
Oh.
This is so.
Oh,
I'm
I
like
would say
sad
pride
for
cometh
them.
before, but
I'm like
pride
Oh,
sad
is
for
goodness.
only
them.
salt.
I'm the corner.
How
no,
One
depressing
health,
you have
looking
to
to make
use
a pickup,
the
and
scummiest,
Toph and Nathan are
noobiest
looking to have just
skills
as
in the
dominant
game.
a game
It is
2
the
as
time.
Pippo and
It's
Ryze
totally the time
had game
to
1.
be upset for
This
them
series
that
is
they're
back
that
and
shit
forth.
at the game.
These are not. These are just
Sorry.
stomps for one side or the other. I don't know what the fuck's
You're
Ryze is
yeah, I
doing
know.
currently.
Guinan in the chat, I may or may not have
Yeah,
told
taking a
Toph
long
decoy
way home.
Ryze until he tilts. It's
You know
working.
what?
It's working.
Guinan probably doesn't want me to
I
share
hear
this
you.
tip, but they are rooting for Toph here. So I'm sure Guinan has given Toph
Oh, I thought
all
that
of
was
the
it.
expert
Okay.
strategies to tilt
This is
these
so
bets
annoying.
here.
Come on, no way, dude.
Oh, baby. It's the
Why the
dazzle.
fuck do stuns exist in this goddamn
Oh, there it
game?
is.
Yep. There's the salt.
Okay.
There's the
This-
tears.
That's it.
This
There's the
loss is gonna
pain.
affect
Fucking
all of the
Nathan.
next matches. Like that
Yeah.
dazzle.
They
That
need
dazzle
to-
hit him in this
for-
game
for
and
both sides,
every
they need-
future one, even
I'm
if they
gonna
don't
say
play
right
it
now
again.
that is
That's
probably
1-1. Fuck.
the final nail in the coffin for
Fucking hate
Ryze's hopes of
stuns
topping this
so
group.
much.
And it's 1-1. They could
Um,
bring this back right now.
I
Where
just
are we going? And how
he's
dirty do you
tilted.
want to play?
He's
'Cause
really
I just
tilted.
want to fucking
Um.
win
The
no matter
psychic
what.
damage is real.
Rico Pano? Yeah, fuck it. Rico
Sure.
Pano. Do it. Fuck it.
Jesse,
Fuck it.
Yeah,
Jesse
look,
just sent
Yeah,
me
he
a
doesn't
match
even
newbie.
care.
I can play
prediction.
newbie.
He doesn't
I
even
can play
care.
the fucking Modern Warfare
Oh,
noob tube like any other
goodness.
dumbass in diapers.
Oh, come on, Ryze. Don't give up after you're not even that
I
far
hate
behind.
it. I hate it, man.
You could easily beat these guys like you
so
did on
much.
Palace.
The gameplay is fantastic. The
It's
deck
the
building's
worst game.
great.
0 out of 10.
The fucking stun ruins the entire game. All agency, all fucking attempts at strategy out the window when I can hit a button and my opponent
Oh,
stood still
dear.
like a fucking child with cancer for fucking 30 seconds. Like taking candy from an epileptic
Oh
baby.
my
You
It's
can also
ridiculous.
just play a jumper.
It's so bad. It's such horrible design, and I hate it. I really
I-
hate it.
All
I
right,
really
Ryze.
disagree. I really disagree,
We got
but
this. Deep breath.
he's
I
he's
know,
in
I
his
know.
feelings right now,
know,
and I
I'm
feel
so
like I don't want
sad.
to kick him
It's
much
I know.
further.
frustrating and also saddening.
I just wish he wouldn't
It
like.
feels like you couldn't do anything
like,
except the fact that the game
This is mid. Like, cry about it
The
after.
game was,
Yeah,
like,
you
I
could
am
still
better than
win
Nathan.
this
I'm
thing.
better than Nathan. I'm better than Toph, in my opinion, and especially the way I've been playing this week. They brought
Yeah.
stuns every time in their second match against me.
Yeah.
Every time
I don't
Nathan
think
had
Decoy
to
and
win,
Dazzle are
he
really
brought a
that bad
stun.
of designs.
Because he sucks. He sucks.
I think
shit.
I agree with Dazzle.
take that to the
I think
fucking
I don't know if
bank.
Decoy is like.
So
I think
done with
Decoy is
this.
probably the closest stun to being like problematic, and maybe
I think
like
it just
Frighten
means
as
its
well.
cost
It's taking fucking
increased.
forever. I'm gonna.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think
think-
that's what makes it. But I think 2 costs is just too cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, stream. If you're hearing me, I hope you're enjoying
Because like I think decoy is in the branch of skills that it's like if you don't have a turb or a glacial, it can almost be an instant loss in some situations.
I really like the idea of what decoy does apart from the stun.
A real heckin' holler.
It being so spammable and having that light stun on it makes it a bit problematic.
I'm not reading the chat, so I don't know what's going on. But
and that's funny is that the effect is like decoy would be really strong if it had no effect other than the stun. The fact that it also has one of the most debilitating debuffs in the game on top of that is
better do that.
Just a touch much.
I mean, people in the chat are talking about how they think it should be erasable by shields, but I feel like erase shields are already too strong, and having abilities like that as fallbacks whenever you lose your attacks, I think, is a really smart thing to do when you're arsenal building. And I don't think everything in the game should be so easily erasable.
I think if you make decoy cost 3, it would be.
I would say 4.
Still good.
It could be the same as dazzle.
Maybe
4 cost.
Maybe 4. Yeah, with the effect, that would be fair. Yeah, Dylan, I don't know if you've played against a decoy spam with like a partner running melee or like backdraft bullet re and stuff on city before. It is really rough for a cartwheeler. Because it's just too cheap to block. Like you unless you have a glacial, you really can't like shut it down. Even if you have like a wall of fire, which costs the same as it, every time you block, you're giving a hit to the partner.
We shall soon.
Yeah, I mean that's the other argument for decoy being so good, Jesse, is that it helps jumpers. But I don't think the balance should be jumpers get really messed up by the most common attack in the game. So it's okay that decoy is probably a little bit too much against cartwheelers. I think you should tone down both of them.
I mean,
and just make
can still
it to
be
where
rough to jumpers. Like, yeah, you can jump it, but you'll spend the entire game
That
on the ground and unable to target. Like, decoy is just good.
Honestly, even if it was
and you can bring
better
backdraft as well.
But it's not like jumpers have that big of an advantage. Versus
it made me fucking.
If I'm getting decoy spammed as a jumper, like it's still a bad time.
You're welcome, Bregan's chat.
But I definitely don't think dazzle is problematic. I think it's spending 4 aura to kind of maybe do nothing. Which, not to say it's bad, and that like it is very good, but it is quite expensive for a skill that may not have any effect on its own.
Oh wow!
And
yeah, man.
It can be dealt with. It's expensive enough to where it can be dealt with like decoy can. And the other thing is that like the stun duration doesn't matter all that much compared to the other qualities of the stun moves.
They're probably watching Bregan's stream.
I mean, the bigger problem is when it interrupts you in the middle of things. Like you're trying to block the willow, but instead you block the decoy, and then you get hit by the willow.
Commentating. I wouldn't do that for the world.
No,
you're trying to cartwheel across a gap, and suddenly you're stopped in the middle of the gap, and you fall through the floor, and.
I
think just a cost increase on decoy would make
feel
it
good about my
much more sufferable. But I think stuns, as they are in Phantom Dust, are reasonably balanced for the most part.
Yeah. No, specifically like any.
And I think they like the thing that gets Ryze so tilted is that stuns are unfair against one player.
Yeah.
But it's because they're a tag team strategy. Because a stun by yourself doesn't really do all that much. It's one partner committing themselves entirely to support to set up another player. And so when they have that on you, it feels super unfair and broken. But you have your partner there who should be helping you deal with that.
But those strategies tend to fall apart if you sit on top of the person with the stun.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether
like
that's
Frighten is also another
dazzle,
one.
If you just sit on top of the person with it,
awful to lose to, because that one you genuinely can't do anything about. If it's like, well, you can't do. There are very few things to do about it on your own. But the problem is that the player with Frighten usually has very little pressure themselves, so you can either blast the player trying to get close to you with a Dance of Death or something, and they have to use all their aura on defense, and the Frightened player can't do anything, or you can gank the Frightened player. But
ganking the Frightened player is always the call, pretty much. And if you sit on top of the Frightened player, their composition usually falls apart.
Which is totally fair.
I still don't know if I like Frighten as it is currently, because I still think an unblockable stun is pretty crazy. But
it's pretty nutty, but like it has a pretty short stun too, and to actually combo with it requires a lot of timing and setup.
then debuff cartwheels dodges, or change the way the moves track. But Dazzle, the
I do
main
think Frighten
purpose
could
of
probably be
Dazzle,
5
the
and still
idea
be
of Dazzle
balanced.
is, oh, your buttons are scrambled. This is cute and fun. That's
I
But I
think
haven't played
Ryze
against
has
it
the
enough.
best shirt and
what
headphone
ended up
synergy in the
happening is
community.
people were
I
like,
agree.
this stun lasts fucking forever.
I agree. That orange shirt is great.
So
Yep.
The beard
that's
also
why it shouldn't
glorious.
be in the game. Because it's not even.
I
used
haven't
for
been
the
listening. Why are
content.
we not playing right now?
I am
Is
not
Ryze just-
sure, but you know
If
we're
anything,
having
it's
a
kind of the same
discussion
with
and it's
decoy,
been
but I
fine.
prefer the effective decoy because
I just got wrapped up in the conversation. I forgot that we were doing a tournament match.
I would agree, which is
I
why
mean,
I have
Ryze
this
is
bigger
venting
problem
and
with
eating a
decoy than I do with
cupcake. I
Dazzle
approve of the
personally.
cupcake choice as well.
It's just like
Hostess is good.
It's awareness, right? I'm not used to playing locked
If
off.
Ryze needs to
and
take
Is
some
it
time
just
to
because
chill
he's
out
venting?
right
Is that
now.
what is that what's going on? He's just
and suddenly someone's flanking me from the other
okay.
side.
Fine.
I'm
I'll
not
click
gonna
your
see
link,
that.
but
I
if
probably
this is
probably
some
should.
weird
I
prawn
logged
thing.
off most of the time.
Hmm.
To try and- Yeah, you're locked on. You're fucking.
Okay, hit me. Hit me.
Oh, I remember this
Spam
one.
flipping back and forth.
What you say? That you only meant well, cause you
Ain't gonna
did.
come and says
What
that.
you say? That it's all
This is a
for
great
the best, cause it is. What you say?
This one's such a classic.
That it's just what we need. You decided this. What you say? What did she say?
One going to game two.
Oh man, Evo has always been
Of
pretty
the
solid
second
with the memes.
I'm
That was
still
a
waiting on
great.
Toaf.
That's
don't-
one of
he's
the
still
the old
red-handed, I don't
clips
know.
right there.
We
That's
caught
the
him
stuff.
red-handed.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with him.
You want me to pop in? and see what you're
Rice
talking about?
just mainlining Hostess cupcakes.
Hey, if it gets his
He's
tilt
just
to
trying to eat his
alleviate,
feelings
I'm
right
okay
now.
with it.
He's just trying to eat his feelings. I understand it.
There's just silence.
The
I think he's
man's in his
AFK.
feelings. He's out here
Ugh.
shouting and ranting.
Why are you taking
He's
so
just
long?
mainlining sugar,
We're
trying to
waiting for
bury
you.
it down.
We were asking the map. You guys lost.
He's resetting his
Didn't we already
blood
play?
sugar.
I guess we didn't.
No.
Oh, whoops.
Ah, my bad. I was eating my
Jester, I do
we're
agree
done
that
right
like
now.
there are counters to it, but I don't think it's
I know
always
we have to
possible
wait
to be
even longer.
near a ledge for Frighten. Because I don't think that's a super reliable counter to it.
Or
Because
just
often
don't
if
be
you
cancer and play a jumper.
or just play the number.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
I do love how the
You could
contrast of
just
all the
not be a
cartwheelers,
cancer in the community.
all the cartwheelers whining about the stunts, and then the jumpers come in here just jump. You idiots.
You're running, Rico?
Yeah, just do the old JD double jump
Getting cold
curb
feet. I'm gonna
stomp.
run something else.
No,
But you
I
can
don't.
run, Rico.
I don't feel bad for you.
Okay.
I really don't.
Yeah.
Just jump elevator. True.
Jester, my man. Yes, that's right.
I think we all deserve a little bit of shade after you guys having to endure Rian and Vibration Blaster span every game.
Worse for jumpers. This isn't something I should say, but worse for jumpers is if you catch us out with Fire of Gehenna. We hate that shit.
Oh yeah.
There is
Worst case
with
scenario,
Rian
it
and
does have
stuff.
swords to fall back
Even
on,
there's still
so
like
not
some
like-
angles and things like
Yeah,
Fire
I got
Gehenna is
swords,
just like
Rian.
fuck
I'm
you
running
angles.
very
You're getting
safe.
your shit pushed in.
Yeah.
As a jumper, Fire of Gehenna is the worst. If you run Tiger Strength Fire of Gehenna against a jumper, we will tilt,
I'm so sorry.
and it's
I'm
rough.
just thinking I'm like I played against Shadow and I was like, he's good enough to where I can just pull out all the bullshit
Not that they
stuff
were
for jumpers to deal with,
just
right? I brought like
something.
Dragon Slayer's Gehenna and Ice Sword stuff. And I don't think it was okay.
Oh yeah, I mean if you
I-
start taking our shields too, like I remember somebody
Yeah.
against me in a tournament ran
Honestly, most vets disagree with me.
it was
but
like
I
double
really
key
do think that's
faith,
the
and
case
one of them was
I've
running
been
Judge
sitting
of
in this
Ares,
sewer
and the
for
other
so
one was
long,
running
why
like
would I
Tiger
go
Strength
to
Fire
some new
Gehenna,
sewer that's less
and they just
shitty?
had dash and Tiger
Well, I mean,
Strength.
we don't really have a new
And
This one is done just
no,
fine.
it
No,
was
I know.
it was
but I'm
just
saying, like,
murderous.
if
It was
any
just rude.
changes
Yeah.
could be
It's
made,
just wrong.
how many changes would
I don't yeah,
other
like
individuals of the community really accept?
obviously
You know what I
you
mean?
yourself,
Like, if
Brigan, are a
devs
jumper
came
who's
and made constant
been very
updates, would they
successful
actually
and like
appreciate
obviously
it, or
hasn't
would they
been
be
held
like,
back
why would you
by
do that?
all these like
It'd be like this tournament we
problems,
played
but
on
it
current
does
patch.
feel to me that
Yeah,
jumpers are
Exactly.
have too many exploitable
Maybe I'm wrong, but that's
weaknesses
kind of what I
for
feel.
what they get in
I feel
return.
like there is a little bit.
I
of
agree. I feel like
inconvenience there.
cartwheelers have always
What
been
the
in a
what?
better spot,
Okay.
and it is
You know
frustrating.
what?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we win.
Also, Game God says that Decoy
Go!
Dazzle, you can use terrain. You
Dream
can't do
team.
anything to counter
Okay.
Frighten other than have super lucky positioning. So I do kind of... The thing about Frighten is that it does nothing on its own. If you dazzle someone, you can shoot them with your own attack. Frighten is useless for the most part if you're using it by yourself. It is solely a team strategy thing. You use
Now,
it for your partner. And
Jester's in
so...
here with the real answer, though.
but what I'm saying is, you can't counter it as a solo player that well. You need to use your partner, which is to be ganking
Nathan?
them so they don't have space to get their combo off. Like, that's the real counter,
TOAF?
right?
Nathan? Anybody?
Is just using your own like
know,
focus
right?
firepower to not let them do their combo.
Yeah, if you stay on
Oh,
the
you crashed? I
Frighten
didn't even-
player
okay.
as best you can, for
Oh.
one, and then also like Jester said, if
Yeah,
you
I
have a
actually- my,
ranged
my
attack
internet
or
went
whatever,
out for,
just
like,
shoot it as you
half
get hit
second, and it
by
was annoying.
Frighten at the person who's
That's-
trying to
that's
hit
the
you.
Yes,
worst.
yeah.
And
Dang.
you'll end up
Surprised
doing
to
more
be.
damage to them than they're doing to you a
Fine.
lot of the time, unless they're hitting really big dance or psycho burst.
Both of those are kind of forms of
Sorry.
aggression, where it's like, if you play defensive against Frighten,
That's fine
you
by
lose.
me.
But if you are throwing out your attacks and they
Less
have to use their
dazzles.
aura for
Less
blocking
dazzles
and
over
stuff,
here.
or if you throw the aura
Fair, but
at
it's
the
like
person trying to
my-
dance a death to you, as you hear the Frightened sound, they have to deal with that attack, and so they can't hit you in that
Probably.
time.
See any other schools
But-
in his bravery
I
list.
think
Yeah.
Frighten is strong, and I think it's underrepresented in meta.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like it's
If
broken
I don't have to worry
or
about my
necessarily that bad. The
that's
stun is very
I don't
short.
think it's
There's a lot
nearly
of
as
good
bad as
counterplay
Decoy.
to it.
because they cannot block
Yeah.
every single
I don't
one
think
of
it's
them,
as
even with
oppressive
Splash Wall.
as
That's
some
true.
people make it out to be.
Yeah. I think I'm interested to play against it more because you see it so rarely that I'm not sure just how reliable I think the counterplay is to it, which is one thing that I think is like one of my like parameters for skills. But I do think Decoy is by far the worst stun, and that the others are not nearly as problematic.
That's the only one I regularly used in tournaments was Decoy. One of my
Oh, yeah.
most used tournament decks was 3 friendships, 2 decoys, and like a doppelganger too. You know, and then you just have a handful of like Rian Flame Sword, Lightning Sword. You know, that was one of my most used decks.
Decoy, that's one of the strategies I give to new people. I'm like, just if you're playing with a player who's like stronger than you, just get a decoy and just spam it, and they'll be able to like get openings. The only thing is that it draws aggro to that player, which can be, you know,
scheming.
not
Taking
ideal.
so
But
long.
Well, the way I ran
Up.
it with the decoy there, Game God, is I ran shield
bring the
heavy
standard
too.
shit and
It
let's
was like
go.
6 array shields.
The annoying
And
part about
so
just being a deck
I
builder
was
is
happy
fucking
to
bring
have them
something to
run
fight.
over and
Goddamn.
2v1 me while I was decoying, because then I would take
I'm here
all
to
of their
brawl. I'm not
toys,
here to fucking. Oh,
and
I have the
my
counterplay to
partner
your
would eventually
counterplay
be
to my
coming in at
counterplay.
like +2, +3,
Thing is,
+4
I don't
Yeah.
damage.
if
And
they
once
have
I
Rico.
hit
Like,
my
TOAF
own
is
doppelganger,
probably
you
gonna
know,
be
I've
like,
got a
oh, there's
huge
possibility he wins
reincarnation
Rico. But
that
even
I could
then,
drop
more
on
recent
people
matches,
as
I
well. It
started
was
to stray away from
it was one of my
Rico
most
just
successful
respectfully.
tournament decks. It was
Yeah.
very simple, very straightforward, and I had a lot of success with that
That's pretty standard for
on
me.
a lot of maps too. I especially
And
liked
that's-
it on
for
City.
everybody.
Yeah, that's the best thing about stun news for the
good.
game, in that it is a
fair.
like
That's
you
kinda
use them. They are solely team strategies. They are not a selfish skill at all. They are supportive skills that you use. You're using your aura to make a partner's attacks better, and it takes coordination, and that's why I think they're good for the game. It's just the decoy takes it a little bit, just a touch too far. All right, I'm gonna grab some water real quick.
Go ahead.
Quick mind games.
I'm gonna try and finish my dinner. I
Mind
guess if
games?
these guys are
Mind games?
still just
Mind games?
flirting. I still don't know
Even
what
more mind games.
Whoa.
the delay has been, but whatever it is, my goodness.
You gotta let him breathe.
Mind games. They'll never see it coming.
As where the party's at, Jester.
I
Glad to
think
have
it
you here.
can work.
He thinks it can work.
A number of charges on
I don't know why
decoy.
Toad
I
is
feel
still
like I
checking
just
voice chat.
I
Oh,
would
shit.
never use
Nope.
it if it had a number of charges.
Not actually playing an eyeball, guys. JK,
Okay.
JK.
I was about to.
All right, here we go. Here's
Hey, I have
game
a boost my
3.
board if you want it.
I'll take it.
Oh, just in time.
My rice
Where
and
are
broccoli
you? Oh,
can
you're
wait.
Top.
outside. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Modest
Did
start
they
for
bring it to-
everyone.
Just use it. Just use it. I don't want Nathan to get it.
Rise and Pippo brought to
Yeah,
Pano,
Rise
huh?
and Pippo brought it to Pano. We
Oh,
heard Rise saying,
Ace out of TOAF?
screw it, just play
Quantum
Rico and do whatever.
Decay.
So we should be expecting
More
Rico out of
bullshit,
Pippo.
man. What the fuck? Fine, just kill Toph.
Level Berserk on Nathan.
So
I'll just use my boost mines and not take.
dumb.
Do we got any bets from you, Bragan? Pano is so
Maybe know it's
swingy.
quantum
What do you
Alright,
think's gonna
I'm
happen
check.
here?
Boosted Nathan has a purple.
I
in
don't know,
hand,
but
or
you can
had
hear
a purple
Rise
in
is
hand.
already tilted again, and I'm not even sure by what.
Yeah,
Level
has
Berserk
it, has it in
isn't
hand.
that bad of a problem, unless they're running
Take out
some kind
Toph
of
and
weird
Nathan,
level
I just need
erase
to see a
combo
shield.
that they have not alluded to.
It could be Quantum Decay from
works.
Toph.
Ah,
I mean, Toph could be doing Quantum Decay, yeah. That's double
Honestly, I think
level
that might be
Berserk.
likely.
is it vicious? Maybe.
It wouldn't be vicious. I mean, I guess it could
It
be.
could be
But Quantum
vicious,
Decay
but
makes
I
more
don't know
sense
why
because
you would
he's
double level
auto-boosting him.
Berserk.
Well, not if Nathan has
Yeah.
an orb.
No, it would be
right?
Quantum Decay
Because
if
if
he
it
is
was
running
vicious,
level
he would be
erase.
waiting for Nathan to have an
Maybe
orb.
that's just Toph
Funny.
being weird. I don't know.
It's funny. It's Toph. He's a little rascal.
Oh, good cartwheel from Toph. Bad
Yeah,
lightning
he's taking
sword
some
from
tickle
Rise.
damage there. I'm not sure exactly what the play is there out of them.
What are you doing? Run into a wall.
Good
Yeah, I
block.
think you kind of rush Toph here and try and stop whatever jank he's running.
This isn't his spawn. Where's his spawn?
Yeah, Toph needs to
Up
make his
top.
way back to his base.
Oh,
in the
in
middle. Yeah.
If that is a Quantum Decay, he needs to pick up that last aura particle and just go.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Pippo may not even.
No,
Maybe
wait,
you don't
I
even
don't
go
know.
back and get a
Maybe he's
shield
waiting
here.
for Nathan to use a boost mine or a level Berserk
no
of some
shot. You're
kind.
trying Phantom Dust.
Nah.
No.
Rise needs to
That-
get
that-
down
that
there.
wouldn't
Like,
make any
have
sense.
Pippo
Unless
fire
they're
the
really
Rico,
just
and when Toph blocks, hit him with the lightning sword.
Either that or they just want to.
Yeah, they're not really comboing it very
can see
well.
either
Rise
being
should just
possible.
be on people with swords while he's throwing
valid.
Rico.
And now he picked up more aura, so now the Quantum Decay will hit him a lot
But
harder.
he dropped the
doing?
flame sword of all the swords.
Yeah.
Where's my spawn?
Toph is still
Yeah.
just kind of hovering, and we're not sure what Nathan is doing. Whatever it is
Yeah.
is
Hey,
possibly
I'm
going to be
sandwiching
very
him. He's on top, right?
devastating, and they are giving them all the time in the world to
Bippo.
figure it out.
He moved.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is not how you play against like jank combo
Are you gonna
stuff like
avert
this.
that?
You have all the tools to stop it before it goes up.
Maybe
And
I
if
just
you
gotta-
don't use those
They're
tools, you'll
really gonna try
probably
and
lose because you
Phantom
weren't
Dust
prepared
this?
for it.
I
What are they
fucking
doing,
hate
though?
you.
Wait, there's no shot, right?
There's not a lot of coordination between
They're
Pippo
thinking
and
it
Rise
could
right
be
now.
Phantom Dust.
Can we stop with the dumb shit, guys?
No, Nathan's
please?
got some kind of
Okay.
orb or
I just wanna
amulet.
play Phantom Dust, man. I didn't come for this kitty.
They may have taken a Quantum Decay from Toph. They
I know
took one
tournaments
purple.
are to be like.
Rise is still tilted and not focusing on the match.
He should just be following them permanently.
There it is.
There it
There's
is.
the Quantum
Okay,
Decay.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. I got 2 aura on bench. We're chilling.
Might be
Yeah,
wishing he has
maybe
that
you
flame
have to
sword
boost mine or
now.
something, too.
Yeah.
I've only been
Again,
using
I would
boost
not have
mines,
dropped the
so-
flame
Or
sword
maybe
out
he's
of all
gonna
those
play like
swords.
Infinite Rian. I don't know.
Rise is already playing as if he's lost, and I think this
Okay.
was a very winnable match
Some
already.
helium.
Eh,
Yeah,
that was
he's
just
not playing
dumb.
with his head in the game.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
know.
Yeah.
fucking dumb.
I got a return on bench. Oh, it's X-Cal.
I
What the-
agree with
oh,
that one
why-
too, Jester.
it's
All
right
these
there.
cartwheeler tears
Good to know.
about this, that, and the other, and yet they're still willing to abuse
But, I
stuff
mean,
like
that just-
Rico.
Started.
Rico is dumb.
Rian Tiger Strength, of course.
All right, so we've
Oh, okay, so it's
after
fine.
all that, Nathan has Tiger Strength
Yeah, it's
reincarnation.
just on Toph.
Why it needed
And to
20
give Nathan
capsules
the
and
extra
25
weapon
aura, we may
Rian
never know.
as many fucking times as he
Oh
wants.
jeez. Oh, he may have been
Nice
digging
though.
for the orb or
I
amulet.
mean, he had amulet at
I
least there
prefer to
when the
have-
quantum
Yeah.
went off.
If he overrode it, then that probably means that there.
Really
Well,
good.
yeah, there might still be more coming
Actually,
because he has
this
enough
is
level to
fine.
take one.
I just prefer to take.
I mean, he could eat 2 of them and be very comfortable.
Yeah.
Take the X-Cal. Let's go.
Nice. I kind of want more aura to use my fortress, but Nathan.
That would only bring him
No.
down to 6, which is
do that.
perfectly fine.
That seems
Yeah.
a little dangerous.
Toph
not
may
gonna
be
lie.
down to 1 Quantum Decay left though, because
Oh,
he
didn't
may have lost 1 to the turb and then he
Dark
popped
hole,
1.
good
Okay.
cartwheel.
For it. It's a little dangerous, but I'm right here if I need to take down.
Get in there, Rise! You have Opti Lightning Sword, Ice Sword.
I know he's playing so scared, and
Well,
they,
Toph
they
will
let
just take
Toph
it
pick it
down.
up for free.
Sure.
What are you doing, Rise?
I'm going to my base.
He, I
okay,
told
where's your
you,
base at?
I told you he was
In the
tilted,
front,
and it was
on the
over.
side. You're
It
getting
was over for
2v1.
Rise's
Well, not
chances,
anymore.
and I
He's
feel
not
like
even
whoever's on his
trying.
team
Yeah, just move
is
away
just
from
in
Nathan.
trouble now.
Yeah.
I feel like this is. Oh,
Kind of digging for a turd
this is rough.
to get rid of
That's
that
fine.
Tiger Strength.
Sure.
I don't want to ditch this lightning sword, but Might have to.
I mean, this room may be turning into, can somebody win a set with Ryze, and then they top the room.
Yeah, we're just playing
Yeah.
slow.
That's where this could be headed.
He drops down again. You're not under any pressure. Where are
Worst
you
case scenario,
going?
we draw it out, go to any map with range, and I end up having to deal with Dazzle Railgun again. Because Nathan
Yeah.
is a
He's-
not very creative whore.
Ryze, you were sitting there
get
complaining
choice?
about
We
a
lost
situation
still,
that is
right?
yet to
Oh, next
occur.
unplayed, yeah.
If
Get
this
your head in
draws,
the
it'll just
game,
go
my
to the next
man.
one, which would be
Yeah, it goes highway.
City. No.
No, highway.
From
It's
Pano?
next unplayed.
Oh, it's next unplayed.
Ryze
Oh,
is
that's
already
right.
planning how to lose
yeah, it
the
would be
next
highway.
game before he's finished this
With,
one.
maybe not.
Come
great
on.
range.
Nathan have done
Just
so
fine.
little this match.
I
This
don't
would have
even
been
know what they're doing.
over.
They've done one
Unless they just
quantum
wanna try
decay
and be
and two
funny.
level berserks,
Oh, I
and
could
it
win
took
with
them
Dazzle with
6
Ryze.
minutes.
Pippo and Ryze could have killed Toaf 3 times over
Yeah,
by
this has
now.
not been that debilitating of a
Come here,
game,
Ray.
and
One
if
more.
you were actually following people while Pippo was shooting, you could be getting in some
Okay,
serious
number two.
damage.
Gotta
Oh.
boost mine to or on bench.
He'll probably still be okay after that last
Yeah,
quantum
there's a
decay.
boost
Maybe,
fight on bench for
maybe
Pippo.
Ryze.
Fortress
All
first
right,
time.
maybe Ryze was
Yeah,
baiting out the
I want
quantum
my
decay and
fortress,
was
but
avoiding
let's
picking up more
straight
aura.
drop that boost, man.
But that doesn't necessarily
We
explain
would
why he
charge you.
wasn't attacking.
Exactly.
Put it down.
And they've already got a boost mine, so
Yeah.
not that bad for them.
Yeah,
He's
that,
back
that,
on
that-
Rico,
What?
and he's
Okay,
back on
that was
Rian and Lightning
interesting.
Sword.
they survived
Rian.
3 quantum decays just fine.
That was 2.
Keep him in the stairwell.
No, well, I'm assuming one of them got turfing.
There's the Frighten. There's
Oh,
the
okay.
Rico. There's a wasted Lightning Sword.
I really probably should find that turb. Toaf's trying to douse a frightened
Oh,
combo.
you're fucking kidding
no,
me.
no, they're
You
not.
are winning this
They
match,
literally
you
wanna
fool!
Play this as fucking kitty shit
If you
with
pay
You
attention,
could've
you'd
easily lost
realize.
that
I'll
too.
play
Oh
Kitty.
my
I'll just
goodness.
shoot her. Not
It's
Rian,
like
Rico.
he's decided to lose.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he would have
Just
won this if he
decided to
tried.
lose.
Good job,
Cheat
Toph.
this shit out.
They are both really
Does
low,
not
so we
warn
can
his
actually probably
partner
get killed
before
here
that.
if we're careful.
We're also.
As Ryze is realizing that they're actually not losing, but it may be too late now. Oh my
I mean,
god,
they're
I
not
swear.
losing 'cause Pippo
Oh
is
my
actually
god.
2v1.
You don't deserve to win that
Did
one,
not deserve that.
Ryze.
Pippo drags that
Oh,
freaking heaping carcass kicking and
Alright,
screaming
GG's,
across the
GG's.
finish line.
man. Disappointed, Ryze. You should have
Pippo
fought for that one.
goat. Pippo goat.
Switch up the teams.
Ryze can't even be happy with that win because
We need to
he
go to a
did
different
nothing to earn it.
team
I
or
mean,
whatever.
either different or.
Oh!
We're like dead tied.
Because Nathan's using.
Oh, Nathan's using in game. Okay.
Like no matter what the outcome is here, we're dead tied, you and me.
Are we? Are you 2-1? Are you
I'm not saying he threw. I'm saying he just clearly had given up, like, mentally,
Yeah,
and
you're
what
right.
wasn't playing to win.
Yeah, he was completely
Can you hear
checked
me? Can
out,
you hear
was
me?
not playing to
Yeah.
win,
Hello?
and
I don't
did,
Which is hilarious because
did
that was the
almost
like.
nothing to contribute towards that win. That was almost
And
all
they
Pippo.
Maybe
still
Shotgun
won.
I did, but
Oh goodness.
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
All right, well, I think that mostly
Hello, hello?
cements, unless the outcome of
volume
this
bugged.
next set is drastic, I think Pippo is going to top this group. All right, let's reward our people with the bets and see how that turned out for folks. Can you go ahead and close that, Sin?
I mean, he may have used Rico, Game God, but like, still, considering the circumstances, I think Rico balances out. Like, for the bullshit he had to deal with and the bullshit he used, it balances out to him doing a fine job.
Lobby is bugged.
Okay, reforming.
Let's see.
Also, Brayden, can we swear on here? I didn't think about that.
I usually try to keep it relatively clean, but I
Oh.
also do swear like a sailor, so it happens.
I'll
you,
try
man?
and
If
control
it
myself.
sounds egregious, I'll say something, but otherwise, do you?
All right.
Let's see. 3,660 go to Surreal Sam and 3 others. Who else cashed in on this? It's not showing me all the names. Who else cashed in?
Oh yeah.
Who
We're
had
in voice
Ryze
chat,
and
right?
Pippo?
No, turn your voice chat off so you can't spy on us. I think it's off. I don't know. All right, what do you want to run here, Nathan?
I'm gonna run just all orbs and huge buffs. Stimulate and just bullets of fire.
I wonder how Nathan and Ryze are gonna do. This is.
Huh.
an interesting
Yeah,
team
I
combination.
I really can't
Yeah.
bet on Nathan
whole
and
bunch of
Rise
armorers
right now.
watch.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
I think I could see Toph and Pippo
I mean,
playing
they've
well
got the
together.
double vet
Okay.
energy, and so they
I'm
should
trying to harm
win, but I
Yeah.
can't bet on it.
Where
And I
is
want to see the
Pippo?
next poll.
Is he now having trouble
Sin,
joining?
bring us in. Nathan and
Huh?
Rise versus
Pippo
Toph
always
and
has trouble
Pippo.
joining. He has to join last.
Should we reform again?
I think it's okay. I'm gonna message him.
Let's take a look. Bets in. We got 10 points on Pippo and Toph. Somebody's broke. There's another 1,000 on Pippo and Toph. Come on, who's got some love for
Yes.
Nathan and
CD
Snow? Is anybody going to
crashed
put
for
any
him.
points there?
Oh,
Oh,
lovely.
we got another broke bastard with 10. Oh, there's 2,000 for Nathan and Snow. Who's the 2,000? Another 2,000 on Nathan and Snow. Who's got 2,000 on Nathan and Snow? Who did it?
Hopefully that's not for radio issues. Could be though.
Come on. Brett, put it in the chat.
These guys already know.
I agree with Jester. I think Rise is gonna sabotage.
Probably.
Jester's going 2,000 on Nathan and
It's the same
Snow,
thing
but
I
he's still
told them
pretty
to
sure
do.
that Rise is going to
But you also know-
sabotage.
Everybody knows at this point.
Game God's got 1,000 on Nathan and Jester.
Palace.
I will say Toph is probably gonna play pretty hard because I definitely think he
Everybody
wants
knows
to
at this
beat
point
vets.
What you think we should do for every map?
Oh, it's getting close. It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
4,000 to 3,800 right now.
Doing. What is just the thing?
We got a lot of
I
votes
have
in
to say,
here.
I am pleasantly surprised by Pippo. My man can play. Making
Yeah.
good use of the posts. The only one left with a chance to sweep.
Nathan
No,
giving
he's
the
good, he's
call
good.
outs. Pippo is kicking some ass.
Yeah, you and I will be tied even if we 2-0 this, right?
Like no matter what, like regardless of outcome, yeah, we're tied.
Nathan
I mean,
and
I guess it'll
Rise.
Come down to what, kill count or something?
Yeah.
Forever tied.
Okay.
They'll never be
If
free
we
of
don't
each
lose
other.
to Pippo here. If we lose to Pippo here,
right,
Pippo
right.
tops group.
If Nathan plays as hardcore as spend 5 minutes to get Tiger Rian, how can he
It's
lose?
actually funny, and in that case, that's
Oh,
really
no.
common, I think. Like in that case, Pippo wins,
Come on, guys.
and everyone else has the same record.
He had to suffer all that
Very
commentary
similar.
just a few minutes ago. We didn't
Well,
have
if
to
they
do
go
him like
2-1
that a second
here-
time.
We literally, you and Toph and I will all have the same record.
Oh god, that is a nightmare of a tiebreaker. I'm sorry, Jesse.
Yeah, I hope Jesse or somebody else has been keeping a point score throughout this because going back through the VOD sounds painful.
Yeah. Well, I think we have to do it anyway because I thought we always have to track how many kills and deaths people get.
Yeah. I mean, if you're watching it and you're noting
Buddy,
it
what are
down
you
while
talking about? I thought
watching.
you said Phantom Dust
so.
was your favorite ever.
Jesse says
And
recording
Jesse
score,
says
not
she's recording
deaths.
score. Yeah.
That's really humbling. Phantom
He
Dust
likes-
gets toppled by fucking secret neighbor.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say Fortnite. Oh, secret neighbor of all things.
Ugh.
Ooh.
I mean, it will be fun to see like who's the KD leaders at the end of the tournament. That'll be fun.
You guys ready?
Wow. So no, Snow and Nathan can't actually really win this group and get a point advantage anymore.
Come on, go to B. It's on
Yeah, I
Tuesdays.
mean they're tied no matter what, but I think they could top the group together if they
That
2-0
joke
here.
has never gotten old in the
I'll
many,
continue
many
to
years
make
you've.
that
Is that
joke.
right? Or is that wrong?
Aye.
I'm not good with this stuff. I don't know.
Weird start for
Yeah,
me.
if they
but I got
2-0,
Orb
they
and
tie at the
Glacial.
top. So they can
I
top
will
the
have
group just
I'll
together.
boost mine at some point.
And
Oh,
it'll
we
be
got
another
Bandora
KD
start for Rise.
tiebreaker.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah,
I can
that-
sense the tilt.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
He keeps relying
Actually,
on
when
this.
I get it, I'll
People
swing it
watching
your
in
way. We'll
future
go right
rounds,
around
he's
the tree.
defaulting to
plan.
this nature optic that I feel like
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
unnecessarily has orb and has a bad aura count multiple times.
Pippo, Toph.
And it's a slow
They're
start
coming for
almost
you.
every time.
Ooh,
Just
Well,
blazing rush his
okay,
ass.
Glacial wall came up and did not work. Classic.
Oh man.
You should be picking up that aura, my friend. Overwrite that Vibe
I think
Blaster.
he's headed for a
Overwrite that turb.
boost mine,
I have to
maybe? No?
bet that Toph is holding a stun of some sort, probably Dazzle.
Like you have Glacial. Like even if they're attacking you, you're fine. Just
I don't know what he's doing.
I'm one out
That
from
was
being
rude.
live
That was a-
here.
that was a good
I might
fake.
come over there and just brush him off your base, and then I'll swing back.
Orb is
I mean,
goat.
you gotta overwrite
Sam.
something.
Good hit, good
You
hit.
gotta overwrite
Sam, no
something.
one ever puts Orb in their deck without feeling a sense of dread and being like, "Oh, I have to do this." I guess.
Yeah, I think
You do not want orb in your arsenal. You sometimes need orb in your arsenal.
Yeah,
Nope,
I
just
just
ran.
I don't
Down
run
there
it.
too. You're doubled up.
I don't care.
And even then,
I don't
yeah,
run
murder
orb.
doesn't run it either. Like,
I'll run
Oh, pretty
amulet
common.
in
Don't
certain
go to the corner, Bubs.
decks,
Here.
but I will not run
Nice.
orb
Both of
unless
you eat
there
this.
is like a
I sucked
specific
up 2
combo I'm
booze.
pulling off.
I put
Generally,
orb in
it has to be.
66% of my decks. I think you can get a
Love it.
66%
wanna
higher
do.
win chance if you make some changes, Sam.
I've gotten every
Yeah, then
defense
you're
they've had
wrong
so far.
66% of the
I've
time
gotten
you
rid
get
of.
into the game, Sam.
Yes.
66% of your decks are wrong.
Oh, look at that. With mustard. Scared Pippo even.
All right, but they've,
All right, so he's
despite
probably,
Ryze
what,
doing
3?
nothing,
Or maybe that's just part of a dazzle deck.
I feel
Not
like I've
even
said this
digging!
before. I feel
I'm
like
sorry,
I've
did you say
said this
Pippo was
before.
using
Despite
ice
Ryze doing nothing,
No.
they're at a comfortable health lead, and
I have
Nathan is
Glacial.
fielding these guys above
Pippo so
him
far has
in
just had
the
Rian.
middle spawn
Take your
quite
time. I'm in
What-
nicely.
good shape. I gotta
What has he
Yeah.
even been using to attack him? Is he doing Rian?
Just chilling.
There we go.
I-
I am
How can you
Just
just
chilling.
chill in a vibration arsenal when
So
you're
if you
this
fire
far
that
from it?
thing at me 1,000 times, you're
Right.
here for 1,000.
You cannot
don't need that
single
laser
tap
shell.
the dig.
Now listen.
Just get rid of the laser
Okay.
shell.
Oh no!
He got you. He caught you.
That's not nice.
Ryze is just sabotaging
Took
me.
You
hands
don't
down.
really. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna pay for losing
Shit,
that
I didn't
fortress.
realize it was coming.
I will call it
Man,
right
I
now.
am just stuck
He is
back
going
here.
to pay for not
No
having a
Aura.
I'm just
fortress.
falling back.
He swapped
Alright.
a fortress
There we
for a
go. There's
laser
something I
shell.
can do.
I got
Oh,
the,
jeez,
I
it's
got the
only
whiz.
3 minutes into the game to get a
I'm gonna take the
blaster!
bombardment lasers.
Go for it.
Kind of lurk around and wait for. Here. That's. I'm sorry.
Brigand's the real one getting tilted here.
Toaf, come out from that corner. I want to talk to you.
You've been playing this game long enough that you know you can't wait 3 minutes to get a blaster and a glacial wall. Come
This is some
on!
deep-seated. Brigand is working some shit out right now. This is some deep-seated
Boost
anger.
man's in here somewhere.
I have a boost
Oh
in
my
face.
god.
I think Ryze has
I
infected me with his
Should
salt.
have an Armorous in here too.
Brigand, I think you may have had some salt in there already, I gotta
Boost
say.
mine.
It's in my
I'm gonna
skin.
use it.
I have a boost mine as
Mhm.
well. I don't need yours. But I will have
Okay.
one for you.
His hand, Ryze's hand management. I mean, this happens
I'll take it if
whenever
you can
you're
bring it
watching
over
from
here.
the
If not, I
perspective
should be
of
able
the
to
same
find
person.
more.
You know, you tend to be overly critical or
Yep, I'm
overly
good.
Sure,
praising
sure.
because you're watching one person, right?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
you have to
Fine.
guess at what everybody else is doing or just
Now
watching
it's time to touch them in the no-no
second
place.
hand. But Ryze's
Not the
hand
no-no place,
management and
Nathan.
where his head has
Toaf
been in these
is
Have some
games has been
decorum.
so frustrating.
Yeah, no, I mean these are pretty beginner mistakes in terms of like overriding capsules. And if it was any people slightly more aggressive than Toph and Pippo, Ryze could have
Nice, that's what we
been
like.
dead by now and this
Find
game
'em.
lost.
Yeah, like if Xanxus were watching this, which maybe he is hiding it in the chat somewhere, like the man would have the shakes. Because he overwrites like
Good
nobody else
return
does.
hit.
Oh yeah.
He overwrites
Yeah,
with
watch out for
abandon.
that.
And he would just be like having a full meltdown with the shakes watching this.
Oh, that's
Oh,
you go,
the fall
GG.
damage. And Ryze wins another game that he really shouldn't have.
I agree. I'm no longer on
keep
Ryze's
forgetting
side
to
for
look at
this
the
one.
end
I'm
screen
sorry,
stuff.
Ryze.
That's a good call out, Guinan. I hadn't been watching that as much, but Pippo did spend half that game frozen shooting Vanilla Rian into Glacial Wall. And that is also a problem.
your level, your wieners.
And Ryze got the kills too.
So far, this set,
Oh.
this like tournament match is going exactly how I expected. Oh, Xanxus is here now. Xanxus, you've missed some
Xanxus, if you
things,
go
my
back
friend.
and watch Ryze's hand management, you are going to have like a seizure.
The guy just says KD is a great metric of play performance.
Guinan just out here throwing shots. Jesse's closed the stream and this chat, hiding. Oh man.
We're going city.
Okay.
Well, see, that's the thing, Xanxus, is sometimes
City.
I feel
Yeah.
like your overwriting might be too much or
Which is
bad,
the
but
one with the
Ryze
dark?
is sitting here like slow
Yeah, I have
digging.
one for the
It
Midnight.
took him more than
Midnight.
3 minutes to hit
Midnight.
5 aura, a blaster, and a
Midnight, yeah,
glacial
Midnight.
wall.
Midnight City.
Bad
City.
overriding is better than slow overriding.
Midnight City.
Midnight.
It was nearly 5
That makes
minutes
sense.
for
I'm
him
sure
to
you have
hit
to pick which
vibration,
specific one, I
Xanxus. Nearly 5 minutes to
There
hit
are
vibration.
distinctions.
A little
So
bit.
I don't know offhand what they are. Does this one have jumpers?
They all have jumpers, Nathan. It's just the lighting.
Yeah, but it varies. No.
No,
That's
no.
not always the case.
Yes, it is.
Wait, what did I do? What's my fault?
I know they all have them, but I feel like the configuration sometimes is dictated. Like, for example,
Okay,
which one,
all right.
one of the
I
palaces
need
is,
somebody
like,
to get me a
pre-broken, right?
cupcake so I can
No,
reset like
it's just the
Ryze.
lighting. They all can start broken or pre-broken.
Cupcake me.
It's just RNG, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I was getting blamed for the broken KD system,
Gotcha.
which I do not remember supporting. But
11. We've gotten you over 1,000. Oh, here we go. Good luck.
that freaking copy pasta
Algol in here
Algol.
trolling.
Okay, not the,
Come on,
the
Algol.
draw I was dreaming of.
Can't do me
I'll
like
take it.
this.
Yeah. Have an alright start.
All right, Pippo and Toph, they've got the opposite spawns, and then we've got
Oh,
double
no.
middle
Oh,
for
fuck. He's
Nathan
got a,
and Ryze.
flash hole.
Rains on
Frankly,
the
they're both bad sets of spawns. For City,
Do you
which
have
makes
anything
it
that can
kind of
break the
balanced.
flash hole?
Yep.
Shut up, Sam.
Pippo's got the worst spawn on the map,
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
and
keep
it's
throwing those
worse
at him.
because he's got 2 people between him and his partner. Pickups are hard, the spawn is brutal, but also Nathan and Ryze have nowhere to hide.
Get out the way.
But right
gonna be
now,
on
they
vibe,
are
by the way.
successfully putting on the pressure to Pippo that they need to in order to abuse this isolated spawn.
Yeah, he's playing.
But
he's
Pippo's
playing,
got a pretty good
Faith
start.
vibe.
He's managed to get onto vibration. I think now he just needs to escape. He's just got to get out of there and play with the hand he's got for a while. And he seems to have done so successfully, and they've traded fairly similar damage
I got
back.
Turb.
Pippo took a lot of heat, but he made some good decisions in getting his aura
he
and then
got
getting
both
out
with
of
the
there.
dark hole.
Oh,
Both with the dark hole. Now Pippo's got to
Oh,
go
he still
back to
has
his
it.
base. He's got
Yeah.
nothing else.
FYI.
and that's where this spawn is so devastating. Is it's so risky to go back to your base, and then if he dies there, Toph is gonna have such a god awful pickup.
Yeah, honestly, he just needs to wait for Toph to have the hand he
Very good.
wants and walk over together, I think is the
Well,
play.
Hippo hops off. I don't know about that one.
I mean, it might have been necessary rather
Yeah.
than
Oh,
risking the walk.
okay. Wait a
Good
second.
hit with the
Yeah,
blaster.
Wait a
after that,
second.
I'm also
Traveling
right next to
Thought
you.
and Pippo
Don't get hit
is
by the
tearing
rain or the
it
blaster.
up.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Wow, I'm dead.
Nathan's down.
Okay.
Ryze is hopeless. Trash
Oh,
floats in the
boy.
breeze. Vibration coming across the map. Rock
see you.
shots that you can barely see.
Ryze! Don't! You're walking away from his body. What are you
I'm not
doing?
sure where he's
Top of the
headed or
jumper,
what
oh,
he's
other way.
doing. And I bet you Ryze couldn't
Oh
tell you either. And then
my
he goes off the
God.
map. Toph and Pippo pull it off.
All right, guys.
I have
Look,
no idea what
Okay.
Ryze was doing at the end.
I know that wasn't the best showcase of traveling
Where do
thought,
you want to go?
but it is good. Don't worry, it is good. Just
Refinery.
don't go off of that match.
Traveling Thought suffers the similar issues as Optimization and Chaos. Every time you play it, they have a better way to abuse it.
Yes. Oh my god.
Pippo! Pippo!
Pippo is coming through.
Pippo has gotten up in these veterans.
Unbiased commentary. Hey, I never claimed that. Did you sign anything,
Hey,
Braden,
there's
saying
been a lot
unbiased
of mistakes
commentary?
by all 4 players, but
All right, Ryze,
I
we're
can't help
finishing
but
this night
cheer
with a
for the
win.
new
Do you hear me?
guys. I can't.
I hear you.
I can't help it.
No.
It's like rooting for the
no,
underdog, you know?
Conviction.
I hear you.
It was
Pippo
clear.
in traffic
What
deserve
you
this?
wanted
What?
from the start.
That's
Wanted
an
to come
interesting
all the way up from,
autocorrect.
like, your pelvic floor. I want to hear that.
I think Toph just got a new nickname.
That's what I like. There it is.
That's right, Guinan. Remember, I even changed the rules at the last second to benefit me. Don't forget.
We're gonna play one more game.
Guinan pushing the break in his manipulate the tournament to get on top narrative.
I decided that the environmental rules weren't favorable enough for me, and I changed them last second to suit my needs.
Okay, that makes sense.
How dare you,
That
Brigham.
is, after all the
Also,
transaction, right? We gotta
also
figure out
shout
how
out,
to
this KD thing benefits me too. I'm like the #1 partner killer. I'm like the
yeah.
#1 partner
right,
killer.
You can use those to buy like clothes and stuff,
Absolutely
pants.
pads my stats. And
Oh goodness.
it's gonna be the deal breaker
What's
for
cool about
people at
Super
the
Hero?
end. I'm gonna make the tiebreakers off of my KD stats.
So this is the last match, right, of this set?
This is the last match right here.
I know, yeah, it's a multiplayer game.
That's about right,
Got
Guinan.
the Among
That's
Us
about
thing
right.
going on.
Oh, the one person's the bad guy.
I think it's 1 or 2.
Honestly,
Now,
I'm just
if they
I'm
win
just
here, can
rooting.
they still top the group, or has
I
Pippo
gotcha.
officially topped the group now?
And there's coins. If you get
course.
a coin, you now have a coin.
Do we know?
What game is worth its salt if it doesn't have coins?
Yeah.
That's like our 8th
Transactions,
sub for the
in-game
day,
transactions.
right there.
Plague.
Ah.
I don't have many emotes, but there are a couple. Oh, that's not showing them here. Whenever I look at them,
They're thinking it over. TOAF.
it always shows them whenever I'm in somebody else's chat. But
God,
there are
you know what,
there are a
though?
couple channel emotes
You know
that
what
you'll
just
have
occurred
as a
to me?
sub. There's like the Freya
I
Tears,
think
the
there is a
Sweating
fair
Edgar,
chance that TOAF rolls
Energy
in with
Drink
that fucking
Sama.
Indicate build of his.
I think there's one more, but I forget what it
He's
is.
gonna be looking for me to come with
Oh
that,
yeah, Chat
Raven
Alpha.
build.
There it is.
Swap it up.
Jester repping all his new sub emotes there.
I'm going to account for that and bring something that can deal with quantum.
Oh, here we go. Final match. Rise is playing the same Arsenal.
Alright, man.
It's
The
done
It's a
so well
three-way
for
tie
him.
if they win
on their
here.
first hand.
Is it a three-way
I got
tie for
Turret
first?
on deck.
If
Yeah, just holding aura.
Rise and Nathan win?
Yeah, as soon
Or
as
is
I
it a
get the
four-way
five,
tie
I'm
at that
popping
point?
it. It'll take the aura away.
Sounds
from
like a
it.
plan.
There it goes. Yeah, he's just fucking around.
Huh.
Of course, it
Oh,
doesn't mean
that'll
he does
be
not
wacky
have
to
it.
figure out. It could
So
be
we
a
got single
three-way
3-0
tie here
lead
with
to
a
turn
Rise and
now.
Nathan victory on
Maybe I'll hit it this
Refinery.
time. Here we go.
Early turb from Nathan
I do
here.
not have a second.
Good to know.
I suspect that was a boost mine on Pippo.
I don't know why Rise isn't picking up that
Second
aura.
turb on deck.
Okay, so it could have been like that yesterday too.
I'm basically set.
But
Yeah,
Toaf
I can
is
play. I can get in
bottom
the fray.
no matter what, it sounds like.
Alright.
I could get set up a little bit more, but I can get some range pokes.
Yeah, I'm in the exact same boat.
We're not
Like,
doing
I'm not in a
phrasing with
rush,
that
and
one
I wouldn't
today.
mind waiting a little bit, but I got a handful of erase defense.
We're not doing phrasing with that one today.
I don't like Toaf being up on this
Blaster's already gone for Rise. He hit the Blaster Glacial Wall threshold a good 2.5 minutes
don't
earlier this game. It's worth saying. That's improvement.
Knowing my luck this series, I'd have to guess Dazzle or Frighten.
That's a fortress on Toaf.
Ooh, Pippo's
Oh,
on vibe.
vibration laser.
Got it.
Glacial will shut
Pippo's
that
on
down
vibe
pretty
again.
well, though.
Yep, Glacial should shut that down. But you know, Rise, shields, it's
Rise has
50-50.
3 shields on bench.
I would
And
get
he's
out
not
of the
gonna use
2v1
any
if
of
I
them.
were you. I cannot help right now.
Honestly, Nathan, with that call, Nathan should just be moving towards Rise and just staying near him right now. But he's getting solid damage back again.
Got that.
Alright, good call picking up the fortress there to make sure you have 2 capsules
here.
spawning potential aura or boost mines.
Yeah, it feels bad overriding that many shields, but I feel like he has to at this
He's
point.
on,
I agree.
He's on vibe.
Losing
a
that
sword,
blaster
and I
early
think
was
maybe
pretty
bandana.
rough.
He's got vibe blazer for sure. Also,
Chasing
that was
Pippo
a
with the
armor
lightning
sword.
sword feels like the wrong
Yeah,
call,
I
but
heard it.
if he can get towards Toaf, I think that's a good play.
I want to get out of
I
here.
think that's
I don't like
Armoros
this.
watch
Yeah,
out of
get back
Toaf.
to
That
base.
could be very problematic for Rise if he's not paying attention.
I think Rise pulling back there is a smart decision. Just go. This is a good time to go and overwrite that aura. Get 1 step closer to vibe. You don't have that much offensive pressure at the
Yeah,
moment.
I don't
Turb
like this. They
gets
have
rid of
high
that.
ground. I'm repositioning.
Good play by Nathan.
Okay.
What do you overwrite here? You overwrite the lightning
Glacial.
sword or the glacial?
Orbs, if they,
I might. Oh, I don't
I mean, I
think you
guess that's
overwrite the
viable.
vibe.
Like, I would always worry about
Still not
overriding
well set
vibration,
up.
but he has another one
Me
on
either.
bench.
I'm digging a little bit.
God. Oh my fucking god.
Please get out of there.
Alright.
Wow,
If you have to
Nathan
jump
has
back to your
just been
base. Jump back to your
eating
base.
damn. I don't even know it's been hitting him.
I want to pressure.
That's gonna be a hard
across the map.
HP deficit to
All my
come
range
back
defense
from.
is on, so
Well, thing is now that Nathan's
Yeah.
at 3, he's almost guaranteed to have to override another skill here soon
That was a
to
French.
pick him
Yeah,
up.
just stay with me.
Yeah, that's why you keep the glacial right there.
Taking a
Oh,
lot
it
of
broke it.
taking a
Well,
lot of
Wanna
damage
creep in on
here,
him? Just press on
arsenal
to
wise.
Rolled
Oh,
off.
he jumped off. Swinging back
Good
through
block.
you again.
Does
I mean,
at least
Ryze is
catch the
looking pretty
flame
good
sword
here.
there. The +1 vibration laser could be very troublesome for them now that you can't continually block
Yeah,
that
let's
with the
reset you. Come here.
glacial.
Down low, down
Yeah.
low.
Yeah.
Yeah, the friendship definitely helped out there.
Losing the glacial after the other
Yeah,
things
I'm really
he chose
not
to
set up
override
now.
is
I wanna,
also
wanna get back to my
a
base.
big problem.
Pretty much ready for a reset.
Yeah, in retrospect,
know,
the
right here.
glacial was definitely the overright pick. I think at the time before the friendship, then it was
Where's your
reasonable to
base?
shut down the
Take
Viblazer.
it down, yeah.
But with the buffs up, it just did so little.
I mean, that's pretty good play there. Avoided all of that
Pick up.
damage. But Ryze hasn't really put down much offense yet either.
Ryze is set up here to do a lot of damage. Yeah, there he goes, right there.
That's
Great
right.
trade.
Finally getting a hit in.
Yeah, they're good.
If Nathan just creates some openings, then Ryze is really poised to do significant damage here.
Got to be careful flirting on these stairs. These stairs used to be one of my favorite places to play around, but it feels like I always get punished when I try it now as a jumper.
They're a little bit unpredictable. Attacks can kind of glide down the stairs and hit you when you're not expecting it. Oh, what? What just happened?
Oh!
Block it.
I think
Debris!
Nathan hit the debris.
That was a big hit
Wow.
there.
Dropping the amulet. And I still have not
Vibration
seen a
laser
heat.
here could get some work
8
in.
items.
Pippo doesn't have a shield. You start firing that, might get lucky.
Yeah, just keep them under pressure.
Pippa did a good job reacting to those and getting a cover.
And there's my heat.
Might be a good idea for them to try and go for the revive play, but it's too late now.
Oh, beautiful
That was a
blaster
good
right
angle.
there. Yeah,
But
it did
honestly,
kind
that
of
was something
potentially
they
help them
needed.
out.
If I
Yeah,
were Pippo there, I would have waited to make sure I ate that.
yeah, for sure.
Because that was a very safe pickup for TOAF to make.
Ryze would have had a good angle here if
I gotta
if
get
Pippo
down
did not have a
here.
line of fire on him.
And now with the Lunar Force,
Vibe
that's
laser.
very dangerous.
I say holding Viblazer.
There was a smart play looking at the broken fence and hopping down.
Don't
There.
be up there, please.
Oof.
Yeah, they have good manuals.
Nathan
Get down,
is
get down, get
trading
down.
into the manuals and takes a bit of damage, but Pippo also takes the tumble, takes the lion's share of the damage in that trade.
Erases that.
That's a flash hole.
This is a tense match.
Just do it quickly, because he's gonna have lasers on us again. I know.
Now,
Yeah, I
who's
think
resetting
reset
who?
Nathan.
I mean, he only comes back at 5 with the Lunar Force down. That's
Where's your
not
base?
that
Yeah, you're
great.
still in range of Pippo,
That's
aren't
still
you?
Oh,
one
so he died
vibration
once?
laser.
I'm good. Get me down. I'm gonna get this.
I see, I see.
Alright.
Nathan wants to get that Lunar up.
That's a dead Pippo right there.
Oh, that is a dead Pippo.
Ambrose on deck.
They can get some damage on Toph here, then could be a swing. But Toph makes the
Nope.
pickup and goes back to cover. Alright, that's safe. Pippo is just dead without
Yeah,
that
Toph is
shield.
just
Unless
playing pickup
oh,
right now.
Ryze is giving him his only opening by moving into medium range.
Yep. I don't
That was
like
the
it. I
only
don't
way
agree with it.
Pippo could have survived.
Oh,
Manual
that
though.
was a
What
nice
a manual
manual,
up
but Pippo
there!
hits one of his
downstairs,
own.
downstairs. You gotta get
Oh
out of
my!
there.
Dead in
Scary
his
spot for
spawn.
Nathan.
Nathan
On the
has
side
a
by the
run
overhang.
to make
Underhang. On the
against
side, on the
a
side.
nasty
Run.
offensive
Don't
set.
underestimate the manuals. Don't underestimate the manuals. Up top.
Oh,
On
Nathan's
the
going the wrong
stairs.
way.
No. Go back, go back, go back. On the side, on the side, on the side.
Oh, they're
Those stairs,
resetting.
yep.
Not going for the
Oh,
kill.
they take the
Dude,
time
those
to
stairs,
reset,
right
but the
there.
vibration laser will still have pressure on
That's
this.
the side. Drop me.
I was never concerned.
Thank you. No,
Mm.
never.
Never
Pippo might be
concerned.
S tier.
You're losing just-
True.
I was
New
gonna
S
poop
tier.
my pants.
Pippo is looking
That is
great so
TMI.
far. He's got a
Did not need
shield
to know.
now.
What do you think? Do you want to?
His manual game has been on point. It's an interesting choice they've taken to play
Okay.
that
Now's the time.
section back there and just hang in there.
Watch out. I don't
Mhm.
have range.
They're pulling them
defense.
closer, which I think is a smart play.
Christ.
Oh, Tough goes down.
no!
Pippo!
That's it.
We've got a three-way
Well done.
tie.
Thank you.
Good luck, Jesse.
All right, guys. Good series.
Three-way tie.
Good games all.
I gotta get these kids to bed.
And
You know,
only
Sounds
2
like
of
a plan.
them
Good
deserve
plan,
it.
Have them
GG's.
spend the whole
it is very funny how it is a three-way
Yes,
tie,
enjoy
and
your
yet I would
sprint.
hesitate to call this an
9,000
even
points,
set.
I'm gonna buy all the pants.
Yes, enjoy all of the pants, Nathan. All right, GG's,
Yeah,
guys.
there was a lot of
What a
variance in
series!
that
What a
set.
series! What a world! What a
All
world! What a world!
over the place, back and forth.
We'll see how that turns out. I think Nathan and I are tied.
I think
I
that
also
set
think I
turned
have more
out the way
kills than him,
most
so I
of us
think I topped the
expected.
group.
We had
So I'm happy about
a
that.
large set of
Overall
misplays from most everyone,
could have
the
been
most consistent
better,
gameplay
honestly,
came from
if I'm being honest
Pippo,
with myself, but also I
and
just
we had a
fucking-
mid-series Giga Tilt from Ryze.
Public broadcast.
I think that
every
was probably
fucking
on
Fandos
everybody's
player out
bingo
there.
card.
If you have to
Yeah.
bring a stun to beat me, you're shit, a bitch, you're worse than
And the
me.
trash talk.
Come at me with no stun and we'll talk. All right? I think that's fair. I think we don't have to bring stuns every time we face SnowRyze despite the meme. Let's be fucking adults. Let me punch you in the face. Let you sword me in the face. That's all I'm saying. That's all I want.
Ryze wants there to be
GG's,
like
GG's,
6 skills in the
and
game.
I'll catch y'all next stream.
Being stunned every
Peace.
game. Wow.
Oh,
Well, that was quite a series.
Ryze. That wasn't the best way to close the stream, my man. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was rough. All right, let's see the payout on this. 12,000 go to Sam and Jester.
Wow.
Cashing in. Cashing in. It was certainly one of the series of Phantom Dust that we have had. Certainly one of them.
It was one of the series of all time.
Sam cashed out on all 3. Sam cashed out on all 3. I got to agree, Jester. If I had made the points on that last one or the one before, I wouldn't have felt great about it.
Yeah. I mean, completely biased commentator here. I was rooting for Pippo by the end of that one.
I was rooting through. I mean, Pippo was the one that I called as my horse in the race from the beginning. So I was rooting for Pippo. I would say he made the least mistakes.
Yeah.
But there were still quite a few big mistakes from every player there.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like TOAF actually played pretty solid well. I felt like TOAF and Pippo had probably the more solid gameplay of the 4.
Yeah. No, I'd say, funnily enough, that like TOAF and Pippo are almost certainly the most consistent players here. And I think it was maybe just the experience gap, maybe like a few like choice mistakes that resulted in them, letting some possible victories slip away towards the end there.
I'll come see you in a minute.
But hey, I mean, if these players like practice up and get a few more weeks of play in, and we come and somehow get a set
be
like
there in
this
like 5
again, I could
minutes.
see the outcome being very different. I think Pippo and TOAF will only improve from here on out.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of improvement out of both players, and I think tournaments like this give them a lot to see where they need to work on when you get a competitive
Absolutely.
environment like this. And we saw a lot of their mechanics and their manuals were very on point. I felt like a lot of times it was the decision making, the positioning, and quite possibly the hand management. I think all 4 of these players probably have some hand management issues that they'll need to be working on. We saw from Ryze's perspective, and so we were able to tilt and critique his quite a bit more. But I imagine, considering how slow everybody was setting up in some of those matches, that there's a lot of hand management places that they could all improve there.
If any one of these players starts climbing the ranks and getting to like a higher rating, they're going to be They're going to be getting punished extremely hard for starting this slow.
Yeah,
Because matches just get so fast. Like attacking in the first minute is almost normal or average for higher level games.
Ryze got to get away with some pretty egregious stuff. Like
He did.
I'm harping on it again, but the Blaster Glacial Wall in 5 Aura at the 6 minute 30 mark is absolutely just gonna get dumpster trucked all over anytime you play in a good lobby. That is just
Yeah.
not okay.
And that he didn't get punished for it as well is also kind of indicative of the other players a little bit.
Exactly. If they were managing their hands well enough, they should have been steamrolling
Yes.
over him while he was doing that.
And also just realizing how vulnerable a player is like that.
Yeah, you've got to be able to see when there's blood in the water and know when to take your shots and go after it. And I feel like that definitely could have been something I would have liked to see out of all 4 players. I think Nathan maybe did that the best. But seeing them know when to go in and when to take advantage of their opponents, because we saw a lot of slow setup from all 4. But it was a really fun series. We had such a fun series yesterday. This series, I think, delivered what most everybody expected with the salt and the chaos, and it was a lot of fun. It was great being in here with everyone. We had people making bank. I am curious. Sam was probably our biggest, winner. Was there anybody that lost all 3 bets tonight? Anybody that lost a lot of their bets tonight? Group A is Jesse's group. Who is our next group to play, and when do they play? Do we have 1 or 2 playing tomorrow, I assume?
I don't really know too much about Terror or Indicus. I definitely played a lot with Jesse and Dylan.
Group A and C are tomorrow, according to Sin.
Oh, Group C is Esper's group. Okay.
So what
Esper
time is
28.
that tomorrow? 10:11 a.m. EST. Let's see, that would be like 8 a.m. my time. 7 to 8. Oh, Esper was also offering tonight, but nobody seems to have responded to that. I might be able to do that. I've got an eye appointment, but I got to check when it is. Because I think it's like around 10 or 11, so I should maybe be able to do it.
If not, it's possible that like Dinah and I, or maybe like Sin and I, or me and Jesse could do it.
I've got one at 9:45, I think is when it starts. Because I've got one for me, my wife, and my daughter all back to back. I think I might be able to do it live, or maybe somebody might have to take over partway through. But that wouldn't be the worst thing. I can try and be around for that one. That one sounds fun too. It's Sin, Alice, Esper 28, and who else? Zamixi?
Zemixi. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be a fun one too. I'll try and get that one. I'll set an alarm for like 7:30.
Yeah, I'll definitely be waking up for that one. I'm excited for that group.
Yeah, I'm PST, so that is early for me, but I'll try and be up for it. Especially on a Saturday. Jeez, guys.
Yeah.
Why not think of the casters when scheduling your matches?
Right?
It's frankly disrespectful. All right, well, thanks everyone for tuning in. I think we're going to call it here, and we should be back tomorrow with more coverage. And this has been a really good time. All these polls and hanging out in the chat, doing these matches, it's been a lot of fun. So hopefully we can get more of that action and do more of this regularly as the tournament goes on. Thanks for joining on the CoCast today, Elle. You were fantastic.
Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Yeah, really appreciate it. We'll have to do more in the future.
For sure.
All right, signing off. Good night, everyone.